to
58.
58.
Okay.
Excellent.
So where is it? 58.
Yeah. Like a B fine to the podcast.
Oh,
58.
really? From here?
Yeah, yeah. They
So what
were
are they talking
ans
about?
they were answering dilemmas from people who like send in messages to podcasts, and then that was
Ah,
that.
ah,
Yeah.
For
that's
opponents, like,
interesting.
oh, you can't open up.
So,
Like, there's actually nothing happening here. It's interesting. That is that.
So
Let's check my phone. Never
58
give me
points,
someone my phone
38.
and be panicked about which notification they can
58.
see. There's
It's
nothing happening
crazy.
here that I'm shy
6:30
for
p.m.
you to
Okay.
be able to see. And if there is,
Yeah.
grew up, what you remember, like from your very, very
Okay.
Okay.
early childhood when you're very small.
The way I grew up, me, I don't know my mom.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I was maybe
So,
6 months when
Visa, can I
Yeah,
ask you a
let's start from
question?
you.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Like, wait, what did you want to say? Sorry.
Okay. You know, I hadn't I thought about this just recently. I mean just
Okay.
today, whatever. I had a friend long time ago, and I
Mm.
remember one time she posted something. She had said, oh, that the one way to destroy a child's life is to
Mm.
take the mother out of the child's life. And
Mm.
when she said that, I was like, ah, because first of all, her mom is late, right? But she
Mhm.
has a very nice father. When she speaks about
Mm.
her dad, like I didn't even meet him, but like there's way, you know how somebody talks about a parent and you're like, wow, like I wish this was my house. So she speaks about her
Mm.
dad, and then her dad, like you see messages between her and her dad, very loving, very warm. So when she said,
Mm.
oh, that the way to destroy a child's life is take away the mother, I'm like, bro, you have a perfect father. Like he balances out very well for you. So what do you mean by that? Because I just kind of felt like she
Oh.
was exaggerating it. And at that time, I just felt like any parent can do all the work. Do you get?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
especially for the fact that her father was even earning well, everything, and he was present still. I'm like, this complaint doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
And so that was one thing but I didn't say anything to her because I mean I had both parents. It didn't make sense that I'll be telling her you're not making sense now. So I just ignored it. But I think when I now went to the orphanage that I spoke
Mm.
about, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the moment where I realized that she was onto something. Because you'd hear kids in the orphanage say, and my daddy said, and I'm like, I don't understand. You have a dad. And they're like,
Mm.
yes. That's when we started finding out that apparently fathers, usually, not always, but in some cases, could drop off children by themselves at those orphanages because they couldn't care for them.
Mm.
Whereas there was no single child that was ever dropped off by a mother, except even the ones that were abandoned by mothers. It wasn't like you know what I mean? There's a difference in the level of confidence where a man is confidently able to walk in and say he wants to drop his child. But women don't do that, or they're not even allowed to an extent. Because if you go to, if a woman comes, I know there will be more, why would she drop her child? Can't you manage all those things? But for a man, they
Mm.
understand. So I feel like it just
Mm.
reminded this particular thing he said, I didn't know my mother, just reminded me of the importance of
Mm.
like people's stories. Because when that person said the mother is so important, I was like, ah, you have a good father. That's not a story for you. But then, yeah, I kind of related with her situation now when I heard this. So that's what I want to say about just that part. I think we can go on. Or do you have something to say?
Mm. I forgot what like so like I was gonna ask about this guy but I guess
Yeah.
you might not even really know who the guy is and stuff. But it seems like is he a regular person? Like they just like a
No,
random
no, no. Yeah,
person.
a regular person they just brought in who grew up in an
Mm.
orphanage.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to seeing too many people bringing like celebs and people that are
Yeah.
famous and stuff. But like I'm always wondering like what about the regular everyday people life? Because
Yeah.
sometimes you bring these people on and yeah, their lives are very relatable, but at the same time, like I feel like you're doing a disservice to like the guy that the regular guy, like the average
Yeah, the average Joe.
person, like where their experience they might not even be able to listen in because like you know they just don't see themselves in the person. But if they
Yeah.
see like a regular person, it's like, oh, wow, this guy and me. Like that kind of
Yeah,
thing. So
this
it's
is
like,
this is a really regular person. I think that's
yeah.
another reason why I enjoyed this episode. You could tell this person. I mean, eventually, you will listen. The work he does now is nothing glamorous. He's not a celebrity, anything. He just
Mm,
lives a fair
honest
life.
man.
Yeah. So
Mm,
I think it's something
yeah.
that's
And
more
like
Mm,
cool.
mm.
Mm.
then my
Wait.
dad, with the other I have brothers and sisters.
Okay. How many?
Yeah, 3.
Same mom, same dad?
Same mom, same dad.
Okay.
So when I was kid, that time I don't know. After my mom's dead, my daddy used to go and carry me and my senior sister because maybe me. I mean, I was very young that time. That's the story that I explained that they told me because I was. So we used to.
Wait, I'm just trying to give you permission so you can be able to pause.
No, don't worry. Go ahead. I
Okay.
don't mind.
Stay with
I'll
my mommy's sister in the
now.
village.
Right.
Understand? That was Ogun State. That's what I'm saying. So maybe my brothers and my daddy go to activities. I was there.
You stay in the
We stay.
house.
So along the road, I don't know what happened. My daddy let go with my other brothers. He gets married, let go.
Oh, so he remarried?
He remarried.
And what's the gap between you and your senior brothers?
This one, they are born, they are big person.
Okay, they are adults. Like
They are
how
adults.
much older?
Let's say they are like, my senior brother will be like, that time maybe will be like 20.
Oh, so they were already adults. Adults.
They are adult. The other one maybe like 15. But me and my sister just maybe like 1 year or 2 years. So me, I was kind of kid.
You are a baby.
So, I'm a baby. So is that my sister? You know, now when you don't have a mama, all those other one, that's they're just
they're
about
gone,
the shit.
yeah.
They don't know. So my daddy, the way experience I got that time is me and that my sister that stayed
together
with my daddy. But after that time, my daddy got married. And let
So
in
he
that
let go
place,
of the two of you
let
with
go
your
of our
own
two of us. So
sister.
it's me and that my sister now be staying with my mommy sister in that village.
Okay. So sorry, this village, was your dad living in the same village?
He does not live in
No,
that village.
so he just dropped you.
He dropped us now.
Okay.
Moved to Lagos.
Okay, but was he coming to see you people or he just...
He does not come.
So once he remarried, he just dropped you?
He just dropped us.
Yeah.
Drop
And how old were you guys then?
So that was then that my mommy's sister. She used to sell gari. She used to sell a lot of something in the market. So there's one particular person, this is a customer that normally come from Lagos to buy gari, buy some farm stuff. So from there, is that one that I told that my mommy sister that all this girl that they say yeah, mommy is there, all this kind of thing that they let them to follow me to Lagos now. There's something that we can be doing. They can be. So I don't know how they take talk. So that one pick us and bring
you and your sister.
Me and my sister.
How old were you at that time?
Maybe I can't be don't think I've even reached 4 or 5.
Okay, so you are very small.
I'm very small.
So this customer came and told your answer rather than you staying there.
Yes, it's a woman.
Right.
Yeah.
I think another thing about this particular conversation is highlighting the carelessness with which children are handled. And that's a societal problem. Children should not be transferred from people to people without some sort of documentation. Do you understand? There should be some sort of accountability, at least government, childcare. Why is a child going from the father? The father just dropped him off with the mother's sister. Now, he dropped him off with the mother's sister. No form of care, not that he's sending money for upkeep or anything. You just dropped him off. Yes. Now you've dumped 2 children on somebody else. This person is with the 2 children. Somebody should not even related to customer comes from another place and says, and they can carry the children to Lagos and do something, and you release them. There is no sort of follow-up, no sort of consent, no sort of documentation for where a child is in this country. So a child can, because if that one that carried them as customer now decides that she carries them and uses them for something and not come back to the village to buy it, you don't even know who she is. You have no contact.
They are gone and And that's the
Yes,
story. That's the
it's
story. Like the way you said it is exactly the story of some people.
it makes no sense. Like, why are we transferring children from place to place without any form of, like, even the father himself, very careless. Because if they ask you where are your children, what would you say?
Hmm.
Then the mother sibling too. Why are you careless with them like that? They are human beings. If you feel like you can't care for them, I think return them to the father. Create a scene, let the father go, let them go back home. But you collecting them and now giving them out and all these things you can literally, except it's not, maybe he didn't know, but there is clearly no communication between anybody who is collecting them. And it's like it just really highlights our society, our failure as a society. Because even if, like, we should be afraid to do these things. I should be afraid to give somebody else's child out.
Yeah. There's no. They didn't
Because
even take
police
picture
can
at
pick me
all.
up for it. But like the way they are training the children, so it's not even a
Yeah.
scary thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to add there.
Yeah. It's just annoying. Really.
And you say in the village, she just came and said she would take two of you with her to Lagos.
Me and my sister to Lagos. Then we'll find
To
myself.
stay with her or
To stay with her.
Mm.
So when we find ourselves there. But after some times, I see that the woman she's
How long were you with her?
I cannot really remember, but my sister can remember that because she started allowing my sister to go and be selling pure water at Yanokwaja. So when my sister started selling pure water at Yanokwaja, my sister can't leave me.
The baby.
As a baby. She will carry me to die Yanokwaja.
So two of you were
So me, I'm enough set pure water. We just sit down inside board. There's all these boards that normally pack.
Yeah.
You know the board that will keep me. So if it's set for sometimes, we will go home. The woman will still took the money. The woman was like treating us well. So when maybe I become 5, so I open my head and I become 5. So there's one woman that normally comes to die and Okpaja when he buys something. When my sister go and sell pure water, when I see the person, I will carry, the woman will buy a lot of load, we bring jeep. I will now help her to carry her load. Everything inside the market, got me to, I don't the worker. So I will carry her load inside. Everything in bought, I will keep inside a car. Sometimes it may give me maybe now 20 naira, maybe 10 naira. So that's what I'll be doing when I go. So because of that time, the way the thing was like going. So when I get like 7 years, I started doing conductor too. I will follow motor. So that
God are big.
Conductor at 7.
Like what
you are
hope?
hearing.
No. If what hope does a child now have? Like
She gets.
Hi.
That's like 1,000 negatives already against the child. Born in Nigeria, 1 negative. The mother passed, another negative. The father abandoned, another. Like, it's just a lot. So what hope at 7? You know, like when you are putting this thing in, I've not really dissected this story, but I remember I struggled when I was listening to it. I had listened to it in bits because I teach children and I teach 7-year-olds. And I'm still helping 7-year-olds to blow their nose sometimes. I'm helping them tie their shoelace some Sundays.
Yeah.
They will tie it and they'll still step on themselves. So I have to help them to tie the shoelace and tuck it in.
Sweet.
So what do you mean at that age they should, like, I was looking at 7-year-olds today in church and none of those children can climb bus safe by themselves. You still carry them. And he is conducting a bus, doing an Okwaja, wherever, at 7.
But it's also like there's a like I not that the way you said it about the ages, like even though this does not like warrant for like especially in the context of this kind of conversation, but it's crazy to me how that like the human can expand themselves like to fit a particular role, even though they are not necessarily matured yet for that particular role. Because I'm just trying to imagine when I was 7, what was I even doing? Like I don't think I was able to think about or process what it means to even climb like a boss. But if the guy is seeing it every day, Like if that's his everyday life, he's seeing, and I'm pretty sure again he also saw like people of himself, like 7 years
Yes,
too, that were like him, that are most
doing
likely
more.
doing those kind of things too. And that's why he was able to say, like, you know what, if this guy is doing it, like in the back of it, like he's not able to process things, but he's seeing it. And because children, like they learn from like what they see, like he can
So
just figure out a way to like do it too. But it's just like it's
that's
just
insane.
scary. It's a
It's
very
scary, but
scary
it's really
experience.
insane when you say it because there's also the fact that if you've gone to an orphanage, right, and you've seen
Mhm.
like orphanages with babies, you'll
Mm.
find that the babies don't cry there the way regular babies cry.
Mm.
And yeah, they don't cry. There was one I used to carry that back then. He had, in fact, let me not say, I never saw him cry. So perhaps if he
Mm.
cried, maybe elsewhere. He never cried, and I'll carry him for hours. And I remember I mentioned it to my aunt, my uncle's wife one day, and I was like, this child has never cried ever. And I carry him for hours. Every other, he allows anybody to carry him. He's
Mm.
not picky, and he's an infant. Like he's not one. He's a baby actually. And she said it's because that's what has been normalized for him. So
Mm.
even as early as that, they already know not to cry too much because nobody's going to pick them up. And they're already used to like being moved from one hand to the other. So it's not a new thing for them as opposed to like the average child that would want only their mother. He doesn't have this one mother carrying him always. So it has become normalized that anybody can carry him. So yeah, I think
Mm.
rejection kind of expands, forces people to grow faster than normal.
Mm. So become adults faster. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it's man. These guys, man, they're the most vulnerable, and man.
It's scary. Now you put it that way because really at 7, why should it even cross your mind that you can do that? But because of the environment, the surrounding, and the suffering
Yeah.
over years, his brain is now accustomed to like hustling even at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's wild to
Hmm.
think of. I'm
Now,
not even
At 7, and people are asking you.
Hmm.
When people asking you that,
Yeah.
what are you doing here?
but that time, the way
I
they
didn't
are
even
saying
think
it,
about that. To
shut
say.
up, Ababa.
Yes.
Ọmọ kékeré báyìí ṣiṣẹ́ tó bá lọ jábọ́ ńkọ́?
Yeah.
They
For
will
people
tell-
that don't understand Yoruba, that means why would
Why
you
would you
put
why
this
would you
your child here? What
But
if
the
it
man
falls
always
down?
put one seat for me that sit down
Okay,
here.
yeah.
So when I say that's, but me, I don't like to sit. I just like to
Hang on you.
hang on. So sometimes I will pull the boss. So I will tam from there. So most of the time, before I started doing that conductor, that woman was know me. That woman that normally comes
comes
to
to the
to
market.
buy some, so has known me very well. So that's where the scenario. So one day, mistakenly, I don't know what happened. As I'm doing the conductor, one motor park as a car, as a car. With the driver that man drink that, I don't know what the way with this they call that man Jekem. So don't drink. Mistake, I just don't know. I just hear boo. As I hear boo, so I now fall down. If I see I have the money in my leg. So something from that the seats where they already sit like this.
Yes.
The one that the front they shoot me, so I now fall down. As I fall down, that conductor side, the door break down. So that was me. So I fall down in the ground. People were just shouting, what's happening? That was when suddenly that woman that normally come to the market buy something. Now saw me and say, I know this small boy now, people rush him to. That was when the woman carry me. It was Shad, the one that tried to do some care
To the hospital.
to carry him to one chemist that time. That's that thing. Where the driver, the man was follow. Seba, I told you to be sit down. If you die, if you die, you die, be that too. So that's what just happened. That was when I made that woman that is all this orphanage.
Oh, she's the one that owns the
She's the one that
orphanage.
owns the orphanage.
Okay, I want to ask you a little about what it was like to live in the house. So you are living with that your auntie's customer.
I don't live with her again. Oh, you know the accident. After the
No,
accident.
so I mean before the accident,
Yes.
when you were living with her, did your auntie ever come and look for you?
My auntie did not come.
Did you ever go and see her?
No, that period of time we don't go because the woman is so sweet. Where she even won't get money to travel to serve. The way the woman was kind of treating that my sister. The way me I'm saying it that time, we shall say we cry most of the time. The thing was not she was not good to us. So that was when what happened before my sister now started to be selling the pure water. Even when she bring the pure water money,
when you had the accident, was your sister still living in this lady's house?
Through that period, my sister said, no, no, where I did.
Oh, where
she
are
came
you?
in from Yanokpaja. She go meet that man. Hey, JB, you are the one that follow this person to work. And now what is your time? She just they cry.
Okay, so when you had the accident, they carried you.
Where you. My sister did not know where I am from that day because this Yanokpaja I'm telling you about that time it was over. You see small because they don't become tart from small.
Wow.
It a bit.
Yeah.
I don't they grow up with them.
Yeah.
That is just what. So it's only when the woman now we're speaking to that manager. That is when I started from that.
Your sister don't know you were there?
My sister don't know because I cannot be able to even
find her.
It's far distance. So I cannot be able to even, I just explained to the woman that, see what happened. I have it. The woman shall attempt when my body is okay, I will go. So from there, and I started, I stayed like maybe 4 years in that orphanage home.
Before you were able to find your sister again.
Where I'll be able to now go for that woman's place. But that's when I'm not go to for that woman's place from there.
Okay, so for 4 years you didn't see your sister?
For 4 years I don't see my sister.
So you had the accident. They carried you from the clinic. You went to the orphanage
home.
Okay.
And then in that 4 years, where was your sister with that lady? Or she was with somebody else?
That is what I don't know. Because when I go and find her again, my sister has returned back to village.
Okay, with your auntie.
With that auntie that come and took us. She don't. The woman stays Lagos. She don't stay. But my sister now left her back
to the village. Yeah.
So when I get there, the woman took me there. Where is her sister? Something like this. So they said that she don't go back to village.
Yeah. Is there a reason that when you got better and got to the orphanage, they didn't take you to look for your sister?
What happened that they don't talk to me? Me, I did not really passively feel connect to be able to speak out that this is where I say I don't say it. The woman just say, where do you come from? Just say, I'm from Ogun State.
So now you didn't tell her?
Is that Ogun State? I'm just trying to tell her I'm from Ogun State. I'm from Ogun State. So is that Ogun State that am I? So the way she now started to be taking care of me, the way she's doing all those kind of things. So all those kind of, I cannot like those moment. My home fear was just that if she leaves me again, now that you're not
that you go back.
So
you don't want to mention anything.
I don't even want to do that. I'm from
I can't fault him, to be honest.
That's
I can't fault
him. You can't actually fault him because it's like, guy.
I can't fault him.
Man.
To be fair, yes. Because as much as you can say, an orphanage is not your house. I'm sorry, they share 3 square meals. Visitors will come, they will give you clothes to wear. You are not going to climb buses and all of those things for that, even if it's for a few months. So I can't fault him for looking out for himself. And that's another thing. His father has already set the precedence that that's how life works. When he looked out for himself and left his children, that's what he has communicated to them. And that's why he wasn't, although he loves his sister, you can tell he wasn't that attached. Because children who are taught that staying together is very important, even if it's under bridge, they try and ask for their siblings.
Yeah.
Like when I was younger, my older sister, I have one elder sister. When I was younger, anywhere we went to together, she was never going to go back without me. If there was a time in my primary school, I remember they said there was riot. They were trying to run out children. They were trying to say children should run. My sister did not run anywhere until she found me. She did not even know what was happening because it was a bit confusing. It was middle of school. There was no bus. It was just a whole mess. She did not go until we went home together from riot. Riot that we didn't even know the direction. We went home together because we had been taught that you don't go without your sibling, especially if the person is younger than you. And even me, I didn't want to go out looking for her too. But when you have watched a parent be that selfish, I'm sorry, there's nothing anybody can teach you about bonding again. You're just going to be. So him looking out for himself, 100%, I get him. I follow like mad. Because your father looked out for himself.
Yeah. And it's also like a part of it is also because it tasted like what it feels like to be cared for the first time in his life. And it was like, I've never experienced this form of care. So why would I want to jeopardize it for anything?
Thank you.
So that's another thing. It's like,
and I think he might also have considered that if he tells them he has family, they might want to return him back.
But he's also but again, you don't blame him for that mindset because of how his upbringing, his background and stuff. But even though it's not the right mindset, but it's like the guy is a child, like, and that's what he has already been trained on. So he's now living on survival, like anything. He's just very, very survival mindset, and so you can't really say, oh, or it's not the right way to think or anything, but because that's just that's his reality.
Yeah, nobody cares about morality in situations like this. It's it. Is it true though?
After some years now, just Ayo, we don't know where you this. We are staying. What's happened? I say, I get family. Before she said, where your family? I said, I don't know. Maybe I will see you. Remember there. I don't know, but it's so place.
So they were taking care of you much better than where you are coming from. So you just wanted to.
Can't lie to you. They did their best. But it's just that something about our family, you just if you want to take care of yourself, you take care of yourself.
Explain what you mean by that.
Is that they cannot give you all. They only give you a part, so that they will have. So my own experience is that when a lot of things happen, which me I cannot be able to be saying out. But a lot of scenario happen there. That is kind of strange, that is kind of good, that is kind of bad. Even most of my friends that will later, some people that they are come from an orphanage that they left there, I can't like some of them now, they are junkie on the streets now. Even from that orphanage,
drugs and things.
They don't do drugs, they don't smoke that. They can do something bad, they will see
wait, what? But that's actually that's crazy. Like, is that real?
Yeah,
like, in the average orphanage, is that what happens?
I don't know. I think it's possible. And why I'll say it's possible is orphanages in Nigeria especially are created for children. So by the time they become teenagers and start approaching those older ages, it becomes harder. Because there's no proper proof. That's another thing.
It becomes harder to
it becomes harder to care for them. For instance, too many individuals are creating their own orphanages, right? There is no proper structure for them after a certain age.
So what are they like? Okay, they just like put them back into reality, inside the real world.
Yes, and then half the time they can't even just kick them out like that because they have nowhere to go. So they are going out and coming back into the orphanage.
Oh, so they're not allowed to just go
It's
out.
almost like going to fend for yourself and coming back into a communal, like family house. So many times,
I see.
Yeah. So many times now, those people, and again, what have you really learned? Because it's a confined space, no matter what. So it's not that they are, except some now that have maybe included things like vocational training, what. And another thing is most orphanages have their schools like within the orphanage.
They have their what?
Schools, learning environment within the orphanage. So they have grown in that environment. And now you're telling them they have to go out and look for something for themselves. Not all of them will be able to go to university because, again, financing, funding, who's going to fund them? Who's going to finance it? So A lot of them will even write jam, a lot of them write WAEC, all those type of things. So it now gets to, okay, this child has gotten to SS3. That's even if the ones that have secondary schools, because some of them, they stop at primary. So from GS1 now, you are half on your own, half, I don't know how to explain, but you get what I mean? You are now not necessarily held in the system. You are just housed by the system, essentially. Yeah. And then there's always like one or two that go out and somehow do well. They maybe start learning a trade or something and they are coming back. And then so the orphanage is like, okay, let's release everybody that is of this age range. So it now becomes a thing of everybody now goes out to look for what they can do. And not everybody is going to excel. Not everybody is going to find a trade they're passionate about. And there's still the confusion. There's still trauma here. There's this.
Yeah, the trauma. I think the trauma is even
They are just trying to find a place that they fit in again for many of them. Some of them at that point already just feel like, maybe I should. Some of them are already thinking of what next. How do they leave the orphanage? Do you understand? So all the whole idea of now seeing people that do drugs, I know many times that's really where they fit in.
Yeah.
Those are not where they fit in, but those people can be welcoming too.
Yeah, very, yeah.
Because I remember, I know they say they have some like houses where like they recruit Yahoo boys and fraud boys. So they would house them, they'll feed them. Again, you are trying to leave the system. So
yeah, vulnerable, very vulnerable.
Very vulnerable. So if this is where you can find at least a place to sleep and eat until you find your footing, it feels like a good option. But the problem is that most times it doesn't end well. So it now becomes like a longer stay than they intend for it to. Yeah. So most orphanages aren't equipped for teenagers or bigger kids.
Okay, so I see how the drugs thing enters the system now.
Yes. I feel like it would have to be from the bigger kids.
Yeah, it's very easy that way. Very easy. Yeah. And then it's also caused the younger ones that are even inside already especially exposure to some of these.
Yes. They're now exposed to it also.
Yeah, a very young age too.
Yeah. They call themselves brothers and sisters. So like if let's say I and you were in same orphanage now, I'm saying, oh, Bratobi. And so Bratobi went out, he didn't get money. Do you understand? That has opened my eye to next me too. Once I reach Bratobi age, I will come out, go get money, that type of thing. So yeah, I think that's where those drug things now become a thing.
Yeah.
You that I mean, I'll be orphanage. If I do, I do fine. As there are some of them that they're inside there, they try all their best, they make it because it's from there I can be able to go to public school that I
went to. Okay, so I want to ask you, you were around like 7, 8 when you went to the orphanage? Or were you older than that?
I'm like maybe like 5 or 6.
Okay, when you went to the orphanage?
Yes, so small.
Okay, you are very small. Before then, had you ever gone to school?
It's village school that I done.
Okay. When you came to Lagos, you didn't go to school. When that woman brought you to Lagos,
all the time I spent before we meet that woman, you didn't go that 1 year that I spent with it, I didn't go to school.
Didn't go to school.
I don't go to any.
Your sister didn't go either.
Lie.
Okay. So in the orphanage, can you explain to me how it was in orphanage? How many were you?
Yeah, like how is
what was the accommodation?
You get there and how does it work? Because I think most people don't. I've been to orphanage on like all these visits, but I don't know how it operates.
Yes.
The only thing that is happening in orphanage home is that, as I was saying before, it's a lot of people. You will see kids, understand? You will see some adults like this mindset there, understand? And you will see a lot of women. And the way it's normally working is just like a school too. When you wake up in the morning and say, other than those children, there's how they used to treat them. There's how they used to teach them. There are some things that they don't know. Like, because the woman gets all this, he gets all these nurse teacher, he gets all these people that normally come and cook for us. He gets other staff that they used to change. But mostly,
Can we pause? You see where he said she gets staff to come and teach them. So there is not they are kind of they learn in this confined space with these people that they are calling brother and sister. And then I think he said he went to public school. I think they also do that thing where they allow some of them go to regular school after a certain age when they can no longer teach them. That's also another way they're exposed to certain things. Yeah, because the orphanage I used to volunteer at, they actually sent some of the kids to boarding school. Yeah, I remember we had at least 5 of my girls used to go to boarding school then. And then they'll come back home when they're on break. So yeah, we had some of them that went to boarding school. So they went to schools outside and they met other children. And again,
really good.
Sorry?
I feel like that would have really been helpful for them.
It has both ways. It has both sides because they are vulnerable.
Yeah.
We have to remember that. And when someone is in a very vulnerable state, it's easy for people to take advantage of them.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I remember there was somebody I knew when I was in secondary school, a classmate of mine, and things were not too great for her in her home. So I remember there was this meet and break we had. None of her parents were home. They were separated. They weren't home. She was by herself. And so another person from, what do you call it? And that classmate of ours volunteered and said she can come to that one's house. And so she went home with that for the meet and break. Whatever happened in their home. She came back to school pregnant. By that one's relative. And then the whole thing was messy. She had to leave school and all of that. She was in a vulnerable state. And this person said, oh, come to my house. There's space. We have enough rooms. And that happened. So when people are vulnerable like that and needy, sometimes offers like that would show up. So I feel like they also might, when you've always had a communal life, especially, and that's something I wanted to touch on quickly. You know, orphanages don't give individual life to people. It's communal. Individual life is communal. Everything you do is group. You know how in your house you have my room, my bed, my this, my that. That's not how it is there. Things as small as bathing soap is used as a group. So all those type of things, when you are in, like when that has been your reality for long, there's also so much you are longing for. So little things mean a lot to people that are longing for like so many things. You're longing for an individualistic life. You're longing for some sort of stability. I think that's also why so many people like to leave, like try to leave orphanages, because it's an unstable life. You have 10 sisters today. Somebody adopts 2 of them. Suddenly you have 8 sisters. Okay, you are getting used to we're just 8, we're just 9 altogether. They bring in 5 new girls next week. Do you get how unstable that can be? People are coming in and going. At some point, it's even almost impossible to say, oh, these are my sisters or these. So I think when you are craving all of those things, craving connection that is not inspired by the fact that you are all in a care home, you're craving some sort of individuality, all of those things can actually like be harmful when you are thrown into a world with people who have the things you are craving.
It's
sad.
Very, very.
Different from that woman, most of those people that normally collect, that's nurse person, and then that people that normally give up, their way is not kind of
They're
pure.
not kind.
They're not kind
So
people.
how many were you when you got to the orphanage? How many children do you think you were?
That they're still that.
No, when you
got
went there, like how many people, how many
were you
children
more
were
than
there?
20? Were you up to 100? Were you?
All of us, we are 27.
Okay, there are
In the
27
orphanage.
children.
And like, what was the age from like
what
how
age to
young
what
to
age?
like what age?
There's a baby because there's a time that they will come. I think there's a period that they pick like 2 babies at the front gates.
Yeah,
People drop their baby.
And it was the oldest people in the orphanage.
Like a baby. There's a baby. There's a 3 years. there's some people that they say that they get accident, and they don't see their mother, that they will see when they are still doing investigation, when they reside there, so. But that time, particular that me and get there, we are like 27, and then the children that is there, that they have been walking, talking, small children, like maybe like 2 years, 3 years, and those one they are like maybe like 5 little children to like a baby.
Were there any older children, like 12, 13?
There is just different age that is there.
Okay. And in the morning, so do you wake up?
Our activity in the morning is just wake up, sing to God, pray. Then before everybody will go to his car. I know I told you that the woman normally comes sometime. Everybody has his own class. They will teach you some kind of then people that.
So you go to school in the orphanage or out?
It's not. I'm going public school. Understand? After some time, the woman gets a public school for me that I normally go. But mostly, maybe it's because me I am, but most of them, they teach them in
that orphanage. Yeah. So they have like primary school teachers.
Yes, they will come, they will fix everything for them. They even food something, bathing, all those kind of things.
Okay. I wanted to ask, how many people are there in an orphanage? So I used to go to, there's an orphanage I used to visit, and it was only babies. It was just small babies. No, I don't think were they toddlers? No, it was just the babies. And what they used to ask us to do was just, because the babies were quiet a lot, because they get used to the fact that if they cry, nobody will come and carry them. Because how many people? There were 2, so there are many babies and not enough people. So just come and you carry the baby. That's what they wanted, for you to carry the children.
Let's go.
And you can go after. You carry, if you bring food or whatever, but if they know you, they will ask, like, can you help carry the baby? But I wanted to ask, how many adults were there in the orphanage working? And what kind of relationship did you have with these people?
Adults,
Was it that there were people you can talk to? If you're crying, they'll carry you, they'll follow you to school? Or was it more that they're just making sure you eat and you sleep and that you don't injure? Or was it that they were treating you almost like you're a family?
Firstly, they are treating you like a family.
Okay.
When you get there. And if you have never know your way, there's kind of people that you can talk to them as a friend. Me, like when I get there at that age, I have friends.
Yeah.
Which is Nicholas. So Nicholas is my own best friend that we normally talk together before along of the way. Understand? There's all these children, these little children that people used to come, even when people bring something. All those like my own age then. We are done that we go and bring all those things from the motor, anything that we be the one. So that is why I say that the little thing they can give is a little embrace that they can, but mostly because there's no more security that time. I don't know how I can put this. A lot of things.
So there's no security for the children?
There's no lot of security for the children. Like maybe now, say there's something that if you are trying to be security of something, like that in the morning, not than those small children, somebody maybe from the government or from the official something supposed to come and be checking to know how they are doing. But this one is not often. Just once in a while.
So there was not enough government.
And both said even when they are coming, they probably would have given them
heads up.
They should, but I think that's the normal thing to do, right? I believe so.
No, I do think spontaneous visit serves better in private owned.
I agree, but I've also found out that that's how it works in like organizations too. Apparently, like
do you know why that is?
Why?
Because we have a failed system. Let me explain.
I agree.
When they are coming, this information nonsense they are doing is so that you prepare for them. You prepare gifts you are going to give them, all of those rubbish things. That's why. Just the way, okay, you schooled in Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
Secondary school, primary school, I'm talking about. When inspectors were coming to your school, did they need to inform the school that they were coming? Not really.
Honestly.
That's because
you always knew.
Inspectors, When
You
inspectors come
always knew.
and they've informed the school, they've told all of you how to behave that day. The school prep all of us.
Yeah,
Tell
yeah.
you don't stand outside your class, don't
Uh-huh.
cough if anything is in your class.
Yeah,
All of
yeah,
those things. Is that what you're coming to really see? Acting?
yeah. Exactly.
The purpose, that it defeats the purpose.
Exactly.
And the reason why those inspectors send message ahead is so that they prepare lunch and breakfast for them when they come, so that they'll
Honestly,
prepare
I've
their
never thought
packages
about
that
that. To
they'll
be
give
honest, I
them
just
as
thought about
gifts.
this
And
one.
they actually say,
That's crazy.
it. Because the purpose is you are coming to inspect. You should meet me at my most spontaneous time.
Hmm. And
Because
I always felt like it was silly, the idea of inspecting and
yes,
telling
I
you
always
you're
felt it
coming.
was stupid.
Like, what was the plan?
Because
Because now
uh,
I'm going to
on
obviously
Monday,
act.
assembly time, they've told us,
Yeah,
you must stand this way. Don't make noise in class. Everybody's uniform must be tucked in. And they've given us like 20 different things what to do.
exactly.
If you come to our class, we're definitely going to behave well. Perfect behavior.
Perfectly.
Because we know
So,
it's just one day. But if a stranger is walking past our class
mm-hmm,
now, right? Many times we don't used to stop. We used to continue what we're doing because we don't care.
mm-hmm,
Like we don't know who
yeah,
you are. We don't
mm-hmm,
say.
yeah.
That's what that should be the purpose of that inspecting. Now, if you're coming into this space, because first of all, Jola was asking, oh, if there's somebody that's going to help you if you need. No, there's no adult that is going to take care of that because half the time they are understaffed. The people that are coming to teach the children are external, maybe volunteers. They are half the time understaffed. So even if like it's an orphanage with 50 children, they can have like 10 people total working there. And those 10 people, out of them, there is the maybe orphanage manager, there is the caregivers, maybe two male, two female, there is security, there is one person in the kitchen, there is cleaner or something like that. Like it's never a proper hands-on experience. The way
Mm,
in schools they are saying, oh, one teacher to 10 pupils, and then the one teacher also has a class assistant. There's proper handling, yeah. So this is not, it's not applicable there. And then having government officials coming to inspect, but informing the orphanage before coming to inspect, especially with something that is as delicate as this,
mm-hmm.
is just a branch of corruption.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is for
So we're
sure.
a very corrupt nation, and that's why things like this would not work the
But
way
there's
they are
also
supposed
a part where
to
they
work.
know that the orphanages too are understaffed. I'm pretty sure they know.
They know. They know.
Like, what are they doing to help? Nothing.
This is a very tricky thing. And like this person, I feel like I get a lot of things like he's saying. Let me explain something else to you. Do you realize that an orphanage is an NGO, right?
Mm-hmm.
And typically they get funding.
They should.
Not everybody establishes an orphanage because they care or
Yeah.
because they want to look after the children.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there's the group that is just looking for the monetary aspect.
Mm-hmm.
And so if they are looking out at the monetary aspect, they're going to employ as little as possible so that they are able to still have enough money.
Mm.
Some people also start orphanage as a fund for baby and selling children.
Hmm.
So the more people there, the more likely your secret is going to get out.
Mm.
So a tighter knit,
Hmm.
have 5 people, 6 people.
Mm.
There's like have 5 people that are also like in the same brain with you, do you understand? Same mindset with you.
Mm-hmm.
It works easier. But the more things, like the more people, there will always be one person that will spill. So they don't employ randomly.
Mm.
I'm not saying all of them. Then there are some that simply just can't afford it because most of them are not funded with any sort of special money. They're actually depending on government, like not government, so benevolence of outsiders funding, donations, and all of that. So they cannot staff as properly as they need to. So it could be any of those 3 factors that could cause understaffing.
Well, I didn't think about it, man. I think I'll say this at the end, but Oh my goodness, man.
What?
Crazy. No, like when you think about it, like we've been very lucky. So there was this man I met recently at work. Like you find the very first person I'm meeting, because I usually have like different people that I'm going into their homes, but like the guy I went there this week and it was like, you know, um I saw a picture of his wife on the wall. Like that was how the conversation started, and this man just started crying, and he told me how that man he has been lucky, like he has had a very lucky life, like to have a woman that blessed him and took care of him, like she just made his life so much better, and he made his life so much better. So, and he just ended with the fact that man, he just looked at me and said, you know what? That I've just been so blessed, and he kept saying I've just been so lucky in my own life. And I said, "Oh, you've just been so blessed." And then when I think about it, the more like heard him say it, and then I left the place like without word. I was like, I've been so blessed in my own life too, to be honest. Because just imagine if I was in these kids, like if I was this vulnerable like these kids, like would I even be thinking of? Would the thought of even a podcast watch party even come to my mind?
Bro,
Like,
you would
would I
never,
even be
ever, ever,
thinking,
ever be found there.
would I be thinking about Zoom? Would I even be thinking about like I would not even be like it's just survival and survival and
I feel
survival.
like you will not even know what a podcast is. That won't
I
even.
would not even know.
What are you sitting with podcasts to do?
Man, we've been so blessed, like so blessed, so lucky at life
Deeply
that
blessed.
man,
We can't even deny that one.
our upbringings, like just imagine you're just one of these kids, like jumping balls, like being a conductor at 7. Like, where I won't start from, like, as I'm already down, 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 down bad. Like, before I even turn 18,
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing.
life has already, like, it
Handed
has
like
told
bad
me
script from the
that,
start.
ah,
I did not even give you scripts, just left you to be floating.
man, it's crazy. It is.
Vision is what you're saying. So nobody's checking what they're doing. Checking what is happening, really.
It's done.
Mm.
The
It's not
distance they are
frequent.
giving,
So how often will you say was happening?
like 6 months, sometimes 3 months, and when they come, there's only mama that we go and
Meet.
That we just talk blah 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 blah. Blah.
They won't
They
talk to any of the children.
say, hi, hi, hi. The way you say that you want to come and carry, they can say anyone that they will carry, they will drop. And sometimes, some people used to come, but the way the woman do that place, just like they used to take baby from there to another place.
Okay.
Understand? But
Like people adopt them or they just take the babies?
that is where the scenario that I don't know.
Yeah.
So that is why that there's a way that they used to do. If only it's just
I mean, it's one of those that they're selling the child, like you said, or somebody's actually adopting them. It's one of them. There's
The
no,
process of adoption is supposed to be through a government agency. So getting an adoption from a private agency is a lot longer of a process.
mm,
They won't just sneak a baby out for adoption, proper adoption. Because when you're trying to adopt, typically you're supposed to come and visit the child a few times,
yeah, for sure.
spend time with the child. In front of other people, they should be able to see that this child is safe with you.
Mm.
So speaking a child and just the child just disappearing, they sold the child. And again, like I said, it could happen really
Well, when you say
easily.
sold the child, like where exactly do they sell the child to?
It could be to anybody. Some people, this is leading to a longer thing, but let's get into it. There are people that believe in this is fake closed adoption in the sense that nobody knows they got the child from the orphanage and
Okay.
nobody knows the child is given to them. So some people do this thing where a woman just disappears. So I can say, oh, I'm pregnant. Then after a few weeks, I say, oh, I'm traveling. And then I travel, or you just don't see me again in my environment. Do you understand? My immediate environment. And then maybe I'll now wait for a year. go and get a child. And then I come back from my trip and I'm like, oh, I gave birth while I was on the trip. You get, and then child is now like 3 months by the time I'm coming back home. And who can tell? So it's a common thing. It's a common thing because somebody I know gave birth one time a few years back, and immediately after giving birth, she came back home. Like she came back to Nigeria. She gave birth abroad. And I was like, why is this person rushing back? Like she should have stayed for her child. And they're like, you don't that people start saying she'd not born the child herself. That was the first time I heard that. And I was like, waiting concern people with somebody's stomach. She gave birth, she came back with the child alive. So what is like the problem? Then the conversation now became, that there are people that apparently do this whole thing of pretending to be pregnant, then go and adopt children and come. So this person is coming early, so we can see that this is a newborn with her. And obviously, it's a lot harder to get like a newborn to sell, to be sold to you. Most times it's at least 2 months, 3 months type of thing. So yeah, that was why she came back to Nigeria early. So yeah, apparently it's a thing in Nigeria.
Wow.
Yeah. I learned about that like 4 years ago, so don't worry. It's new information, but apparently it's something that people are aware of.
So basically, they travel outside of Nigeria and then come back, right?
Some of them don't travel outside Nigeria. I can say,
Just leave.
Let's give an instance now. I'm married, I'm living maybe in Lagos or something, and then I want to do that type of thing now. I now say, I'm traveling to Abuja to my parents' house because I'm pregnant. Some of them people might even wait a while, wear all of these things under their body so people think they are pregnant. And I say, I want to come to Nigeria to my parents' house. I'll be Abuja to my parents' house because I need more care and whatever. And then after a while, I come back with a child.
Hey, a lot is happening.
Our country is a big crime scene.
I get is that I think that is they used to come sometimes they will take they say that they don't take them to this not they don't tell us adopting, but we never not see them those babies again. So that's why they legalize that kind of thing. But the majority, the way I stay there, the way I'm doing there, when I wake up in the morning, if it's a school day, I go to the school. When I come back, I go inside my room. But Nicholas, most of the time, Nicholas don't go
to school.
Because
why? He doesn't want to go.
It's not that they don't put Nicholas in the school. There's one particular person that normally come
to teach.
We are like this person that we be like 5 or 6, 7 like that we are like maybe
age mates.
We are. It's not only me. We are like that time. Me, I have to go ask my coming, and with other we are like 5 Understand? The children too. The little more, and all they do get like 2, 3 years. They do one. There are many more that they don't talk. They have been working. And then those one, they are all doing that many pass. So there are those ones that they will come. Some people will come and talk to them. Then those little ones that they have not talked, they used to take them too.
Okay. How long were you in the orphanage for?
Like 4 years.
I wanted to ask the small children and you, because orphanages in Nigeria now, they have people staying for a long time, same with but were they talking to you like, people can come, were you seeing like anybody around your age or even the small children that families will come and take them that as in they want to adopt them? Or it was not really like that, apart from the babies?
That's right, like us.
Maybe the 2 or 3 year old children.
They used to come now.
Okay, they used to come and then families, they will adopt them.
They will adopt them. But the adoption point is what I don't know. But when they take them, I cannot go and be asking.
You don't know. They just go. What about children your own age? Were they taking them as well?
Since when I get there, me like 3 of them, we go. There's the one that on the way.
Oh wow.
That one just on the way with nothing. They say that they are finding that. Nicholas is the one that later jumped to like junkie. That one I smoke. So.
Yeah. Okay. So, what was at what point did you ever try and look for your dad?
I can't look for my dad because that time I'm not even sure of my dad.
Yeah.
I mean, like now that the older you've gotten, was that a point where
He's dead before I can find
before you
him.
could find him? I'm so sorry.
Because only when he's sick. That time when I left there, after some times, I left to the orphanage. I'll be on suite. I miss hope. I can't lie to you. I miss hope. I miss hope with some things to the extent that I entered this with credibility, guys, and that. So before, it's only God that I should have little experience about this painting stuff before my brain can need to come down. So after my daddy died like maybe 10 years, 11 years ago.
Okay. So I want to ask you, sorry, Fikem, go ahead.
I wanted to ask before we even get, because now I'm realizing that if you got in 6, 7 and you came out maybe 10, 11, that was where you said you learned the painting stuff. So were they teaching children like work?
Yes. They used to teach, but it's not there particularly that me I learn.
Okay, it was just somewhere else.
It's somewhere else particularly I learn.
Yeah, I wanted to ask as well, because you mentioned, I know you can't say everything, but you mentioned there are some things that were not so great about what happened without maybe saying anything specific, kind of like what. And the reason I'm asking is so that people can kind of understand what happens if you don't secure children properly, even if you have good intentions of like keeping them.
Yeah, because sometimes people will say they are, but not just for the people who run an orphanage, but also.
I think I have a feeling of some of the things that might have happened. Like, obviously, some of the adults might have been abusing them.
I suspect that too.
Yeah. But obviously, I think he's trying not to say it too. So.
Yeah. Especially if the orphanage is still in existence.
Yeah.
I think I suspect that too. Because the way he was hesitant, I do think that was a thing.
Yeah.
Which is not shocking. Because I do know that they actually eat their food, like things people bring for them, the adults take it home.
Wow.
Yeah, I know about that one. I know about that one very much. So many times, I remember even like down to clothes, shoes. And it's so weird because like I've heard somebody say like, oh, one of the childminders in the orphanage used to take good clothes and shoes that people bring to the orphanage for her own child. And I always wondered, like, that's weird behavior. Your child has parents. Why are you taking things that are being given to people that have nobody for your child? It's not even better that you don't give your child anything than to be taking things that like could be anything. But then I know, so I'm not shocked if abuse was now part of the things they experienced there, because I mean the people that can literally starve you to feed themselves could do much worse.
Yeah.
The general public. So when a lot of people think about an orphanage, they think, oh, let me go and give them food, and let me go and pray, or let me go and give them some money. But people don't really think of how to think about the welfare of the children living in that place outside of food. So you said some things happened that were not so great. And the reason we want to know is just because it's not something that people really think about. They just assume like, government is checking, they are okay. So can you talk to us about anything that you are comfortable enough to share about what the environment was like that may not have been so good, that people may not be aware of?
The only thing I can say about that place is just that where we talk about the way they are taking care of children, it's not really like should be like maybe you are from your own parent. Understand? Because from that age that me I am, the kind of parent that I started doing, they started giving me. Understand? The kind of parent that started giving me, the kind of is the occupation guns that I normally go. That moment, me, Nicholas, or that guy down. I think is the best of way if government can be more
involved.
Was it that as they were sending you, you were just not? They were saying to do something, and you're just out in the world. Nobody's. Or what do you mean?
Is this strange something because it's from there too. You will be learning all these junkies smoke that I thought that we later.
Okay, so were they sending you to go and learn work, but they weren't checking what you are going to learn, or they just allow you people room up and down? Or
Madam did not really look onto those kind of things.
Okay.
We are free.
Right.
Like the way that we had that we don't know something because that time when I was just maybe before I get there.
Yeah.
So when I done the B7, the kind of free that they're giving on to us to just send that when we even do something stupid with our own other person, maybe we go and play ball. As I will not do something stupid that we can do anything.
You are too free.
Yes, we can do anything that when the something says even we wound other person, they will not be able to even do anything to us. They will not detect our we be your fan. So it's like that time, one fan was just like, if they do anything for you, Sarah, because now government property will be.
Wait, Busayo, are you talking? Busayo, can you hear me? Wait, too. Busayo, are you talking? Busayo, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Wait. Busayo, I didn't hear you.
New with the nasal spray. Can you hear me?
Wait,
Bamba.
No, I can't. I couldn't hear you.
Sorry, I'm coming. I'm on a call. I'll get back
Okay,
to you.
okay,
I'm
okay.
coming in a few minutes.
I wish it's not supposed to be that orphan should be like your government property. What me I'm talking to, if you say there's a security, all those kind of those kind of life that we are living. If we did not live that kind of life there, when I come out, I left that place. The kind of life later go and be living on the streets.
You would not have been able to.
I would not be able to be living.
Did they know that people were like having access to drugs, for example?
Them.
Yeah.
That is where all the whole scenario starts from.
So there were drugs, like you could get drugs and bring it into the orphanage.
With the smoke inside. With the smoke inside, the kind of thing that maybe say, when Nicholas pass cigar, understand, we buy cigars. Nicholas will bring cigar come inside. From then and then that we are still young now, all those things we are just seeing it like, we don't they go up. Understand? So we can smoke the bar at the backyard. Mostly cigar. Now is whenever we now started coming out. That we now, so they don't check that kind of proper.
So there wasn't enough. Okay, I understand what you mean by security. So there wasn't enough. There was no monitoring. There was no monitoring you.
There was no safeguard. There was nothing.
Yes,
you cannot
safeguarding. That's the
do.
one. Okay. So, at what point was there a time when they said you have to go? Or
I'm very sorry. My older sister was trying to check something.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry.
We are going up the way I'm seeing things, the way things is going. That is when I let to go. Because there's this normal thing that Madam used to do.
What do you say?
Did you reduce the volume? It feels like I'm not hearing clearly.
No.
All right, just play out. I'll check my phone volume. You can play.
It's kind of complicating in a way. From small, God give me this wisdom that I smart. Understand? So that kind of scenario that I'm seeing that Madam used to do with some guys. There's a man.
What do you mean? Okay.
There's a man that they used to come in the night. Understand, in the midnight, the ending time, all those kind of things. I can't lie to you. I just want to put this Bible that it's not everybody it's not all these places that you see that maybe you thought is the government premises. is kind of that kind of thing. Some of them, the head of those places, they're using that kind of things to be
do
some other things.
Okay, so it was not a.
Can
It was
we
a
pause
dodgy
here?
business.
Did you hear that part?
Wait, what was it? What was it? What was the because he just said men come in the night. My mind don't go somewhere else. So
Because yes, your mind should go where it went. Men coming into an orphanage in the night, what are they coming to do? To preach?
no.
Shit. You know, what a country, man. We have a country.
Wow.
Why are men coming into a place where children are in the night?
Man.
That's not even okay
People are
for
really
on
nasty.
any count at all.
People are nasty. Oh. People are really vulnerable. You know, go where people you know say people say
Like,
he died.
do you understand? There's actually every other place you can go and pick babes like a normal person. Why are you going to where children are? And why are you going to children that are vulnerable and already helpless?
God.
Like life is already dealing with them as terribly as possible. Maybe
You know
leave
what?
them alone.
I want to believe that some of these people, right? Like these people that the men and the people that authorize the men to, or this kind of men to come in or to do whatever it is that they do, whether they are sleeping with some of the ladies or that they're using them for some blood, whatever. But I want to believe that they have the same kind of upbringing as these people from this place.
You know what? You might not be wrong. You might not be wrong. Because
It,
there's
you
no way
can't
a
go
normal
through- yeah,
person
you can't, yeah. You just can't go through like a normal, like
would.
what normal looks like is that you have your parents are present, you grow up with your
Yeah.
parents, you come from let me take a step higher. Like they send you at least to school. They're able to at least afford to send you to school. And they were also Christians or religious in some way or whatever.
Yeah.
So you had them present, they took care of you, they now handed you over to when you were like old enough to like leave the house. So if you went through that normal kind of system,
Sequence.
I don't see how you end up
Doing this type of
doing
thing.
something like that.
You're not even wrong on that one. I think
Because
that you might be onto something when you say that.
crazy.
Because that's like not there's certain levels of bad that a regular person is capable
Yeah,
of.
there's people of doing that.
This actually
Vulnerable
surpasses.
is actually crazy. Like how? How can
This
you go
actually
like people are already like they're already
bad.
down. Like they're already down.
Down bad.
You still want to
Like
press them down more.
floor. Next to the floor.
How? Mm-mm.
That's terrible stuff.
Kai. I want to see if you will even be
Like it can be a dodgy thing that you will think it's orphanage. So all this kind of thing. Even before I learned that my spray painting, understand? It's one person that first tried to come for me. Understand? They wanted to come for me. That my dad now discussing. Ayanfe, you'll be going to where is this place? Where is this place? It's after Beggar. Because I later know that place later because they took me there.
So it's somebody would just help me out here. Somebody would just come and say, I want to take this boy to go and learn.
They have negotiated with madam. They have sort things with madam.
Yes, and
so it's madam we put the application, apply that, okay.
was it always people that have like a shop, so maybe a carpenter, or it doesn't have to be anybody. It can just be anybody.
It can just be anybody because of it depends how the kind of, I don't know their relationship with madam. I don't know how big those people are.
Yeah.
Understand? So anybody can just come. So maybe it's bad that I will now go and do the research data to know the kind of person that I am. Because me, when they come to for me that year, the only person was that when you get there, just tell them whatever you need to be doing. It's just like exactly how things is going on here. They will change your school. They will do so many things for you. Don't worry, you will be fine. It's from that time that my mom said, ma, but I told you that I need to go to my
Go home.
I need to go home to check on my maybe after that time. But madam, yeah, my mother will go to those people's house. But my conscience that moment just not feel like
Going
I should
there.
come out from this orphanage. So I'm not an orphanage now, but because I've lived with it, because you help me as an orphan, that you make me to become an orphan does not mean maybe I should go to that kind of and just go and be living my life. That is when
what was it that made you feel uncomfortable about that place?
it's because of something that has been happening. The way they will just take children, they will go, that they will not come back. And will not even be able to hear anything
about the kid.
for them.
Okay. I have a question that might be a bit sensitive because you mentioned men will come at midnight. When they come,
I like this guy. Do you know why?
women.
Yeah.
His eye is very big. When he saw that this free food is going to lead him to somewhere he doesn't know, he quickly said, "That's family."
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm sorry, I love him for that. He always looked out for his life, which is like, he had strong instincts. Let's not even lie.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I had great survival instincts because these people were going to finish him. Gratefully, you see, another thing is his upbringing had made his eyes very sharp. So he could smell nonsense from far.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, many of these children are just dropped off in those orphanages. So there is a bit of conditioning there where they don't, where there is like complete helplessness. But he has moved from his father's house to his auntie's house, his mom's sister. He has realized that they were suffering there. They carried him to Lagos. He moved.
I remember he was able to sniff that the woman was treating them badly. For someone
Yeah,
to see that,
at that young age,
like it shows that the guy is
he's
smart.
smart for himself.
Yeah.
So he's able to smell shit fast and move away. Because see how they told him they were going to take him somewhere. Next thing, he has family. He's ready to go back to his family.
Yeah.
Very, very, I love that for him. And I'm just grateful that, okay, through the things, that's another thing about life sometimes. Through the things he had gone through, he was able to build the necessary perception to know what looks bad.
Yeah.
Because who knows what those people wanted to do with him? What if they wanted to even use him for ritual like full time?
Yes, no. Like,
So,
and to be honest, I was going to even say, like, at the end of it, like, I fear for the guy's life.
now,
like doing this, yeah.
no, I don't fear for anything. But yeah, now you said it, I should be worried.
I do. Because like I'm pretty sure they have the power to be able to find him if they want to.
I hope not. I really hope
not. Really, yeah.
But the only good thing about it is so far he has mentioned no names.
Yeah, so
locations.
that's very important. Yeah, very important that you
Very
mentioned.
smart. He has mentioned no names, no location. And I don't think he even remembers those details. And gratefully, the people on this podcast have some sort of at least connection, power, whatever. So I do think that if he feels like he's at risk, he can reach out back.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
that's where I like feel he might be safe.
Yeah. I pray he is, honestly.
I really hope he is.
Children.
Most of the time they come like a convoy. They make the madam understand. That is why I use the parable that it's not all the house that you thought maybe the government is there. And that's why I said a lot of security need to be going into all this kind of space. Most of the time, maybe it's like Tisha, they used to come and check children on the school, or like a mother that normally go to school every day, check, know what is going on, to time their way. It's not, most of those places is not a place that maybe we just overlook as the orphanage home now then children they there no.
Interesting.
Because you can't say everything, it's quite difficult. Some people are going to be very confused.
Yeah, because they don't understand.
They don't understand what exactly you mean.
But
I guess it's like you don't want to say.
Life at risk.
Honestly, I would have also been a bit like there have been some gaps. If like he didn't like you didn't say some of the things that you like. You
Yeah,
can't feel
weren't
you
working
feel
together.
you
Yeah.
feel the gaps because I'm like, like is this guy is this fiction or is this
Yeah.
real?
I think
Like
I get. Yeah.
so like the fact that you're able to speak on some of the experience, I'm like, okay, so
Okay.
like I'm adding up some things in my head. I'm like, okay, it's
I think I get you
adding
now.
up, it's adding up because people just watching this thing randomly is like how
There were no gaps for me because of obvious reason.
yeah
Makes a lot of sense.
yeah
You feel like you can't say everything.
Yeah.
Why did you? So just remind me again. Did you leave from there and go back to the village, or you just left and one day you just and explain how that works? Did you just wake up and walk out of the?
No, I didn't just wake up. I told the mother that me I'm going.
How old are you?
That time is like I don't thought maybe like 11 now.
And you just said you are going.
Yeah, I told her that I'm coming. So I'm going to
And
them.
had you
Because
like
I've
been
been
going to school all this time?
in that place I've been going
Yeah.
to public schools.
So how did that work? You said okay, you are leaving.
What
Yes,
you know?
yes. I told her that I need to see them my
Your
this my
family.
sister. That I need to see them on that. That is so you now take me to there. When we get there, we did not see that my sister. So I feel worried. And I said that maybe you should talk Ogun State. And I said, is that Ogun State? Maybe it's there. I will go. So their own thought was like maybe when I want to go, I will say maybe we go to the Ogun State together. But I did not. I just said, Ma, just give me some money. I need to go to Ogun State. It's like a weekend time.
At 11.
11
No,
years
weekend time.
But you were 11 years
11
old.
Yes.
years,
Did she give you the money to go?
She give me. That was 300. I ended they carry Ogun State that time.
Okay, so you went and you went to
11 years
the village.
To the village. And when I get there,
You could still remember where you are from.
I remember where I'm from now.
So what was that like? You left, you went to the village.
See my sister. I see my sister is from there. We now plan another life of coming back to
Lagos.
Lagos.
You know, talk us through what that was like. How was your sister living?
When your sister saw you, like
He has been helping that my step, that my
thing.
It be like movie.
he has continued to be going farm
Yeah.
with them. So it's after that time, my senior brother, that my first senior brother, the oldest son, now come back to village. When he come to village, say they want to come and do Ileya. So after that time, I said, she na no say our daddy dey Lagos, our daddy dey Lagos. And na Lagos me too I did. We don't come Lagos. I even come to tell them all the whole story, all the whole scenario. My sister was like crying that they say me I don't. I said I know die that day. That's also something. That's why I now tell them all so everything that happened in that place. They say all this place that they say they used to keep people. I said the woman did not give me even the one that gave me money from there. So that's what happened before we now come back to
Lagos. So when you went to plan with your sister, what was that like? What did she say? You said you were 11 years old. You go back to the village now. What was the agreement on what you are going to do?
Yeah.
What did they agree that, okay, this is what Ayanfe is going to do?
They don't agree anything.
Really?
That time,
Like even your older brother, your auntie.
I wish you can know my brother at that time. You will know what I'm trying to say. Because my brother is a kind of thug emotion. So maybe just remember.
So he doesn't have plan to take care of you, anything.
So it's just like a thug emotion too. Maybe say after she too, where they my dad, all of them. So all of them, they have become. Maybe my daddy chased them away, new.
Yeah.
So all of them, they have become something else.
Yeah.
So just come, me self gone. And my sister just tell me, say, bother me, who be bother? So that was an answer about that. So when he wants to go back, he still go back to Lagos, no carry us around. Go clarify with my daddy, say, we did village you before. So after that time, now this my brother, come back to Lagos. As he come back to Lagos, he can't draw paper. The place where my daddy they live. This one, God is my witness. The place where my daddy they, even the day that we are coming to Lagos, that place they used to call it Sele. Understand? If it was only God that said that place, they used to come and play ball.
They
We don't lost for that Sele.
Yeah.
That's my brother. They used to play ball around that place. Before my brother now comes out, you want to play ball. Before now see that my sister can't see me. We don't do Lagos or something 11. We see my brother around 5. we just the waka up and down with one Catholic, but Fide was there. So before my brother and I think that I just make a gun play ball. You can call you, but I'm going to that ball. Before we can started to say, say I think paper te fun se gbe ni ama ball ni sele. We say you get under bridge sele. Now that sele we dey tell people under bridge sele because under bridge sele.
He just wrote the description for him.
You guys came to look for him.
That was what happened that time. That is the real thing that happened. And before you now see us, we don't daily go to around 11 the
morning.
And you are just roaming up and down. Me about this is our end for a year for Lagos. But my own ambition was that time I've learned experience about the I've known my way back to that woman's side. And I just Auntie, Klamashibai, what are we going to do now? What are we going to do now? Before when it now be that 5,
you now saw him.
So you just see my brother compatible before we come carry us. When we now reach out, we see my daddy with his
second family
wife.
Did she have children for him?
Yes, she has children.
So when you saw your dad, what was that like?
Did you talk to him?
We don't even say when we reach house now.
Stop.
We don't go work. Now we don't sleep till the only they come back from work around 1 midnight.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So now that time we just sleep.
What's he doing?
He's working in the airport that time. Driving somebody to the airport.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is just when he now said, Ibuletiwa. I'm waiting there the first time. Awani. From there, that is when I started my journey, small, from Lagos.
So you were living in your dad's house for some time?
I lived my dad because my daddy just built 2 rooms that time.
Yeah.
So
did he never come back and look for his
Did you ask him about that at any point?
I've grown up before I can be getting that kind of say I definitely see you. But that time you don't have any excuse to say down to just tó bá jẹ́wọ́ náà tó bá dìgbà tí ẹ máa mọ bó ṣe máa ṣe kinní kan ìgbà tí màmá yín kú I am the one that take care of you.
How did that make you feel? Were you angry with him?
I can't get angry. I've been living hard life. So I don't know why my own just be. I don't think something used to. I thought me that experience just make me feel like no matter what the pain thing you can still
get through it.
Because there's a time that God do
1 minute.
Yeah.
I don't know. This whole conversation, it annoyed me. Because it just feels like the father had it easy. Casually abandoned them. Now they can't find you back. Like you couldn't even go and check for them. They came back to find you, and you are saying, if it's them, what else? What would they do? Like, it makes no sense. And I don't think we understand the extent to this man's irresponsibility. You had children. You should drop them with somebody. You didn't even send money for upkeep at any point. Your children were being moved from here to there to here. And like, we have Nigerian parents, not even just fathers, parents typically have it very easy. The forgiveness they receive, American children have abandoned parents for less. Nigerian parents are so forgiving that, and maybe because we're also a country that is very particular on like heritage, family heritage. So even though your parents have your father, especially fathers, because that's really your lineage, right? So even though your father has hurt you and done this and done that, you also don't want to now go off. And then especially like when it comes to now things like marriage, when they now start asking, oh, where are you from? Who are your parents? You understand where introduction has to be done and all of that. You don't want to also come to a person's family and give them especially as a woman, men might even have an easier way with that. But as a woman now, you don't want to now be the person that they want to get married to and you're giving the impression that you have nobody. She gets. The average woman wants to show that she has a family that cares for her, because that also kind of impacts how you'll be treated in your matrimonial home. So except for obviously certain good families, many families don't treat you with honor if they feel like you don't have a proper bloodline. That's why many people still keep even people that maybe their fathers died and the father's family weren't good to them. That's the only reason why many of them still keep contact. It's not because they love them per se. It's just that because we're a country or we have a culture that is passionate about lineage, bloodlines, yada yada, you don't want to be that person that has nobody, no traceable lineage. It would always cause a bit of trouble for you. And even as a man too, you still don't want to go and marry somebody. And then when you want to go to her parents are asking, oh, where are you from? Who are you? You're now standing by yourself. So I think that's another thing that makes it easier for Nigerian parents to move crazy like this. Abroad, many of them even marry without knowing the family members of the person they are marrying. I remember I saw somebody who, not knowing, yes, I saw somebody who was married and her parents met her husband like 2 years after their marriage for the first time. Like obviously they saw pictures, Zoom, whatever, but you can tell that they're not in US and they're both like Americans. And you can tell that it's not that they're just not as passionate as Nigerians are about those concepts, which is stupid in some cases because some people's families are very nonsense. But you get what I'm saying now. So it just reminds me because the father had it too easy. What do you mean you threw them away? They are still the ones that came to look for you. And you didn't say sorry. Instead, they are saying if it's your own turn, will you do differently? That's just wild.
Yeah. I can't even put like the wife probably didn't even let her know that he had kids or something somewhere. Like the wife he married. So it's not even like it's not on her in any way. It's just the guy, the dad.
It's not on her in the end. It's not on her because I know that women can be somehow. But let me tell you, if a man makes a point that you cannot, I promise you they will adjust. They'll adjust. It's not in the same place that people are marrying two wives. They will adjust. They'll adjust. It's what you allow that actually will thrive.
Yeah.
So even if the woman, I don't know, he didn't even say much about the woman yet.
Yeah.
But even if the woman is a bad person, he can fix it. Yeah. So I think we can go.
No, be serious. You know that when I still live with my daddy, I go through a lot of time. Is it the one that I want to say my stepmother, the way she's doing, the way my daddy want to put me in private school because of her own daughter, she withdraw me, and all those kind of things. So those kind of game that I don't even know how to put it. So at the end, along of the way, that one said cannot even be able to make me to be asking questions. It's daddy that thought maybe he play with you, he friendly with you. And that's kind of things I'm still talking about that orphanage home. There's no place like, say, you have somebody to be secure. You somebody come and they start checking on you.
Yeah.
Do all this kind plate. You can tell their thought. The only experience that I have that orphanage home is that I don't smoke cigar. I don't smoke cigar. So waiting my dad will come tell me that. Yeah. So the only best thing I did that time just that I mingle with friends too from my daddy place.
Were you in school? You mentioned your dad wanted to put you in private school, but were you going to public school?
In that place, in that orphanage,
your dad's house, I mean.
In that orphanage place, there's what they put. It's not private place. School, the woman
I'm still listening. I just want to step
public school. So when you moved to your dad's house,
is my daddy wanted to put me and that wife first daughter.
Yeah, in private school.
In that the lady say no. I don't know what they discussed. Then I say, me, I'm big now. His own daughter is so the daughter now started to be going
to private school.
To private, me, I started to be going to public school. So that is where I started a lot of things. That time we are Muslim. So I started praying. I spend most of my time go to mosque, do a lot of things. But later I always say that there's no way in that Muslim way. I'm the one that just changed my own scenario to become like
okay. Because we can't speak in too much detail about the orphanage, I want to ask you how you figured out your life. Because you have a job. You are not an addict.
Yeah, well spoken, so you've learned
things. And what happened? I'm trying to think of how did you decide that, okay, do you know what, Ayanfe, this is what we're going to do?
Especially because you mentioned that, you had a street life, like even after. At what point did you decide that, you know what, or was it something that happened to you, someone that helped you that actually I'm going to change the way my life is? Since there was nobody really to check on you.
Was
to
it
help
your
you.
dad that called you that come, what do you want to do? Or when? Was it when you were on the streets? In fact, how did you get to the streets? Because we never really discussed that. Because you were living with your dad.
You were living with your dad. What
Then how
happened?
did you not get to living on the streets?
I start my streets at age of maybe you see 14 or 13. Because
Okay.
when we come back to Lagos in my daddy's house,
Mm-hmm.
I can't lie to you. My daddy will drop money for this woman to cook, to give us food. We started cooking. When it means no, that food we done, they will just send me that I should go and wash plates. And I've already washed plates.
Yeah.
Understand? Then we
Oh, God.
after the night, they will not tell me again that I should go and wash plates. They have used to so that I can use it to collect my own food. That is why I will start my own small picking fight. When I start the woman will beat me to the extent that I will need to run away. So when I run away, mostly I can walk out from here to Ushodi. I will be fine party over there. So from that time, that I can't lie to I do this one, mommy shaking big. That's what I used to call it that time, mommy shaking big.
What does that mean?
Mommy shaking big is when you are out in the party, when the chop finish. Do you mean when you go to mommy shaking bunji?
Yeah, then you eat the rest.
I will eat the rest.
That's how you are eating.
That's why I'm eating. So when my daddy come in the night, because my daddy don't used to come early. So when he come in the night, as a father, and I will see you concern. Mama, go off and what are you going to eat? Yeah.
The funny thing is that
Eat this one, I eat half.
I usually see these people, like when he spoke about this thing now, right? I remember like there were parties where I'll see these particular people. Like you obviously know that they're not like from this party. You can't
Yeah.
the way they look, right? And I'll see them that time. But I didn't see the story like that they were carrying. But now I look at these guys, they're saying it. Now I look at those people and I'm like, I can connect how that, oh,
That's why they were
yeah,
hustling.
just
Because
like
even
they're
nice to
probably
see them,
going from
and
party
it used
to
to annoy
party.
me then.
Yeah,
Because
they
I used to
did.
feel
Yeah.
like people are still eating. Sometimes they are trying to move the plates, and I'm like, hold on. And so it used to get to me. Like when he said it, and I'm like, bro, maybe those ones have barely eaten anything all day,
Yeah, they were just going from
and
party
they're
to party
trying
looking
to eat
for,
something. They're
yeah,
just stopping around here.
they're
Because I
running
was
from home.
wondering, like, why are you straying? Especially, okay, maybe given my own childhood. I've never gone to a party that I was not invited for. Even the one they invited me for, have I gone for everything? You get? So, like, I've never accidentally been in a party space. And then I've never, like, needed extra meal at any party. Because when we're smaller, for instance, my mother used to feed you properly before you left her house for anything. Such that you could go for a party and you might not even want to eat again by the time you get there because you are full. So
Yeah.
I just always wondered, like, where's your, and obviously as children, it just used to irritate, like, where's your mom? Why is she allowing you to come and pack rice from here? But like hearing this, I'm like, God, bro, I was just a nasty teenager because I used to be irritated by those people and I used to make it clear. Like I couldn't hide my irritation for all those things. And it just made me feel like, oh, you're probably being nasty to people that are barely eating anything.
Mm.
But that's like,
Hmm.
we all learn.
Yeah. Telling you.
Give me the rest.
But also something about my dad is just that if you want to go in the morning, my daddy used to wake up around 4. He will go work around 5. So if you want to go in the morning, if you don't wake up,
You won't.
not 10 naira for you.
You
You
won't
must
meet him.
know how to wake up.
Yeah, to
That's
get
so that when
money
you can make
from
you can
him.
draw. Say that so he will give you 5 naira or 10 naira.
You said?
Can we pause? I wanted to say something.
Yeah.
Also, I know this might sound misogynistic because, again, I don't know. Anyway, it's just two of us. You can't beat me. So, there is a need for strong presence as a parent in a home. And it goes both ways, right? I've seen like situations where a man is maltreating the children and the mother is allowing it because that's the person that gives us money for food. That's the husband. That's the head of the home. I don't want to offend him. I don't want to disrespect him. And I've always said, let everybody on earth know their limits with you. And when you have children, let them know that they can move crazy, but if they bring in your children, you are willing to scatter everything. And it's both ways. The same thing as the father. Let everybody know that your children, they are no-go area. If they want to move mad, they should move mad with anything else belonging to you, but not your children. Why do I say so? What do you mean that in the house that you built, somebody is maltreating your children and you are giving them food at night, sneaking to feed them because you don't want to offend her? I'm sorry, anybody should be offended. Your children's safety should be first. Any adult should go to hell. And that's something that's very important because as a man, as a woman, but in this case, we're talking about the man now, the importance of a strong male presence cannot be overemphasized. Because he literally allowed this maltreatment. He's explaining that, he will come and wake you up at night. What do you mean you are sneaking to feed your children at 1 a.m.? Are you crazy? She should be afraid to actually maltreat your children.
Yeah.
And also, it goes both ways. Because I think of it now, I don't have children yet, obviously, but I think of some of the children I work with. I fought with an older person in church before because they yelled at one of my teenagers. Like, I went back to warn him. I said, don't yell at that child again. If you have a problem, come and meet us, the children's teacher. Or if you will speak to the child, speak to him like a human being. They were shocked. Like, why are you shouting? And I was like, because you don't take aggression out on children or try to harm children over anything when they are adults over them. So misbehave towards me. I don't care. I don't even notice I am misbehaving. But if you touch any of the children under my watch, I'll bite you. And that's how it should work. I'm sure that's how it should work. So I don't understand how, as a parent, somebody is maltreating your child in your house and you are sneaking to feed them and doing, sorry, don't be angry. I know they did not feed you. The person should be afraid to not feed your children. That's the truth. That's what I think. And I need, I hope that when we become parents, we do better. Your spouse should be afraid to maltreat your children. Like, let them be say, it's Busayo's children. No. Let them say, it's Toby's daughter, I cannot beat her. Like your wife, the mother should say that. Not that you cannot correct a child, but that you're harming a child that is from me. But after harming the child, you hang yourself because I will bite you. Like, you must not. It's really important. And the father allowed it.
Yeah, I agree.
He allowed it. If anything, he even made it like, I'm sure there would have been times where the stepmother will even throw jabs and say, your father will still give you bread in the night, so I will not give you food. Yeah, so you've allowed it. You encourage it.
It's basically the way he presented, because I remember, I didn't want to go there, but it's basically the way he presented his kids to the woman, obviously.
Yes.
Start seeing them that way. But he's the only one that has the power to fix it, really.
You're onto
Because
something,
if you have the one that has already rubbished them in front of the person.
Yeah, the way he discarded them from the start.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
So you can figure that one out.
Figure that one out first. But most of the time, I don't wake up because now one at the sleep.
Yeah.
Now one with my daddy, I will see.
So that you would have eaten with him, then you sleep.
So I can't be able to catch up.
Okay, so at that point, she just started going out.
I mean, go with another friend. Means me and Dan will be going on street from there. When I don't they grow up, I'm in 15.
Yeah.
So that was when I met real friend. Then this one, they are like the kind of life that I stay in that orphanage home. Orphanage home, I wash my damn clothes. That particular that made the woman say able to keep me. I wash her clothes, her children clothes. I wash. I do. I know how to set all those out. All this before everybody wake up in the morning. Because I get this when I was small. I get this. If I'm saying something that is irritating, my body used to irritate me. Even though before I bath, my body will be itching me. So I need to clean the environment before I can bath. So when I bath, I look everywhere is neat.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know what they are calling it.
Yes.
So it's only when I see clean place in my body.
Yeah.
But if I see something, my body is itching me. So that is what happened. So I can't.
So because you are very clean and tidy.
Then those boys, I don't know. They like me, and they are sweet boys. When I say sweet boys, some people know what I mean. But they want things, So
where you guys, if you are listening, he was typing.
He was typing.
They know they will come like me. They will send me. I know how to cook. So
were you like living in a house with them, or how was it? You be going and coming.
I started moving.
Okay.
Because they are still just like next street to my suite.
Yeah.
So that is when I started putting eyes on what they are doing.
Okay, sorry. And how did it work? I'm trying to figure out something because I'm thinking of how I grew up. I can't just disappear from the house.
They will look for
Do you understand? So I'm trying to understand. You are living with your dad. Your stepmother was making it very difficult for you. So how did you do it? Was it that maybe first you stay out overnight, then you do 2 nights?
One day you just left.
One day you just...
Did your dad know you were with those boys?
That's how it started.
Yeah.
My daddy used to come 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So when he come 1 o'clock, he has 2 rooms. We get our own. They get his own with his wife. My daddy don't have TV. Understand? This one is another point that make him not to worry so much. We don't have TV. But our second compound have TV, which they are friends with my daddy.
Okay.
So most of the time when my daddy come around one, now that door of people that has TV that come, because I go and stay there, watch TV. My daddy.
So you come and find you there.
If he does not see me at home,
he will find you
maybe
there.
I'm in that place, or he to go just sleep off. We just wake up. So that thing has happened. But when I don't say I'm even sleeping outside.
Nobody's looking for you.
That is why later now I can be moving to then those people.
And what was that like living with those boys? What was that experience?
Because my question is, was it like, how do I put this? Were you like happier that, okay, you found people that at least they
like you,
they care about you? Or did you know that this is a bad place to be, but at least I'm here, I can eat, I can sleep. I'm assuming they were giving you money here and there because you were washing your day. What was it like for you?
My own life dangers, my own nature of life, that I just need little care. Gain my heart for that. When I get here, this guy don't come.
People that were happy to see you.
Yeah. Also up now. So that's a very
basic thing that any child needs. Is just that show of love, care. That's all.
Yeah.
Like an child.
When you see people that were happy. Sorry, finish.
Yeah, that child has the ability to thrive. Like once that's already created.
Yeah, like what do you mean? People being happy to see you made you
strangers.
Yeah, but I understand him very much, because when my grandfather died, I think that was the one thing that like hurt me very much. Because I remember there was this period when I was in uni, like I was struggling with so many things, just like back to back. I think that was when I had broken up with somebody I was dating then. I was struggling. I think I had even failed an exam because I went to see this person. So like I had a carryover already. There was the breakup. There was just plenty things. My roommates were very nasty. So like my head had all of these things happening. And I was just always, and then that kind of thing when you are struggling so much that your parents are now like very offended now at you and like, what's happening? Why you do all of those type of things? So I wasn't in like the best conversation terms, I would say, at home. So most times when I call, it was, hey, what again? Do you understand? And then I think, I'd even gotten suspended from school this semester before. Like there was just plenty drama. So it felt like every time I called, everybody was just waiting for me to say something bad has happened. And one afternoon, I was just thinking of everything. Like I was just feeling really sad. And I just said, okay, you know what? I'm going to call my grandfather. At least that one doesn't get offended when he hears my voice. And I was like, hello, Grandpa. And then he just shouted, like a really loud shout, very excited shout. And then when he finished, he now goes, oh, mommy, Busayomi. I'm telling you, I'm not lying, that conversation is one conversation that has stayed with me till date. So anytime I was feeling down after that period, I would just call him and say, hello, Grandpa. Once he hears a hello, Grandpa, even before he's able to like catch the voice, he has already like express this joy to hear your voice. So I would always, like, every time I think of him, he's been dead for a while, but every time I think of him, that's the first thing I think of, that that was one person that was sincerely happy to hear my voice. And whenever he finished talking to me, he'd now say, "Thank you for calling. Bye for now." That was like his closing line. And I lived for it. Like, it was so important. Thank you for calling. Bye for now. He loves that. That was his. I feel like he used to rehearse it, because he would say it with the same tone. Bye for now. That was his tone. And so that stayed with me. And that was, oh, this is my place. This is home. So even when we went to bury him, do you know, that was we had lost a few people before him, but like, I had never gone close to a casket. But even when we went to bury him, I went to stand, like when they were doing his what do you call it, lying in state, where they'll have his body opened. I was there, like I went there multiple times to just look at him and like say bye-bye, like as many times as possible. But I was not shaking to go there, because like that was home for me. That was safety for me. So imagine, like, that's me that has not even been rejected anywhere, like at least enough. But this is not somebody that has had nobody really be excited to see him. So that's like a gift. So just having people that call, when you come home, just shout, "Yay!" was all that he needed to go. And so that's actually real. I get him. I feel you, Ayanfe. I get you, like mad.
That my heart. I'm going to share for sure. Have you washed clothes? So I never wash my clothes. No work. I am no work. Not to go up now, but first I bring clean the inside room. So when I do finish, they give me clothes. So that some people say in the street they cannot be able to wear. They give me shoe. So I thought, and when I come outside, people started singing, because they can pack like 2 cars, 3 cars. Play music outside. So when I see that kind of life, wow, I'm a big boy. So I don't even.
He had made it.
So I don't even think of saying this, like, auntie. So many years, because I can't because of the love that they don't build in me. If they pack come on for a year, I will follow them. If they pack in my presence.
When you say they pack come on, were they chasing them?
No, they're not chasing them. Understand? Not that maybe anybody chasing them, but big boys. This one,
they are moving now.
Because like in that house, there are like 6 as a boys. They are living 2-room, parlor, kitchen, so one go. But at the end of the day, it's the one that I liked more. That one's Satula. So now that one I like him fast. So that one is like their senior. To them. So whenever he move, that one get this favor that anywhere he move, guys, he always there. So when he moved from here, he moved to Ikeja, I follow him. He moved to Ayobo, I follow him. He moved to where is this place?
Cinema.
So I shall know that he moved.
You
But
are going.
He will find my way to get my number, because that time they have given me small phone that I communicate with him. So but waiting just they give me a courage that I can't like to do this. From that I'll be smoking. I'll be moving smoke well. So when I smoke, I drink, I eat, I deal with them. So that one was done.
What were you doing as it went on? Because you started washing, you started cleaning. Were you doing other things for them, like to earn money?
To be honest with you, I don't earn money. But when they come around, they give me money.
So were you depending on that?
Due to what they are doing, I focus. It's not something that you can just get on that one. It's something that you can get on that one day, but because of their home, I don't know that they're using brain for me too. When they want to start they are also, they will change the position of their, like that. The sister is they will force. So when I'm not to get near, they will say, "I don't worry." Don't worry. But that Satsuna, that one don't know how to do this thing. So most of the time, because I've loved that one I use because his brother they US. So they used to send him money. So that one is my friend. So when that one just tell me, say, don't come to my system, something like that. I don't even bother. Because when you see finish this, what he's doing, if you still come and meet me, you say, I get one batter inside boot to find chocks, be nice guy, go pack and you still give me money. So, but later on, now in that Saturday, they like, tell me, he the mad me. I bring it to this, they will look everything that those guys did do. So after some time, but because of the drama that there's the way those guys are doing,
Yeah.
so I was not be able to put highs.
Okay.
So
from there, what happened?
I went back home.
To your daddy's house?
My daddy's house.
My affect Joe. So you just
Yeah.
okay, so after that 3 years, first of all, you didn't learn anything.
They didn't allow me. I can't lie to you. It took me 5 years to even can be able to. But the only thing I know that you can see the way if you want me to be speaking like funny now, like all this kind, all this stuff about it, I can because the way they are forming, doing things.
So you know the lingo.
I learn the lingo. I can toast like not like before that. If you want to package all this kind of thing, you know, so I can do. So I know so many things that you just want to.
When you got to, what did you tell them that you went to do there?
I started my packaging. They don't even know anything. They just say that I'm advanced, wear nice clothes, nice shoes. So my daddy don't cuckoo used to be. When my brother is like talking,
Okay, your brother saw you. I'm curious because you said he was the thug. When he saw you, did he know what you were doing?
It's different. He talk different from big boy.
Yeah.
So that's the
So did he recognize? I know where this one is.
Yes, this is my brother. Big boy. So I just give them up. Say, you don't worry now. Don't worry. So it's after that time, my dad now built another room.
Okay.
So it's from there, and I collect one tenant. Is that tenant that teach me spring painting?
Oh wow. Okay.
So is that tenant? For that is the knowledge that I hear from that.
Yeah.
That's why I cannot be able to continue in the street
because somebody taught you proper.
Somebody taught me that one properly. So I learned how to paint, I know how to spray, I know how to body filler, all this kind of.
When you now started doing that, do you still work with the person?
I still work with the person, but whenever he has job, he used to come in that.
Yeah.
Come and do. But I've
Can we pause
he has job in this
Yeah.
Like, do you know, the one thing I've been thinking about is how, like, because of his experience, his life, obviously, and everything, it almost feels like he wasted a good portion of his life that he could have used to develop himself, doing boy for Yahoo Boys. And it's just really sad when I think of it. Because I do feel like he could have had a better life.
Yeah.
Even his communication is lacking. And the truth about it is that communication skills are built in childhood.
Yeah, it is. I was going to even mention like way earlier in the episode about the communication. I remember how that.
Yeah.
I wonder what they were like. If he's speaking like this, like I wonder if that's how they were speaking when they were small. I'm like, okay, obviously that's how they knew how to.
It's you know the thing about communication skill, it's not developed in the classroom, but it's helped by the classroom. So there's the way they teach in school, first of all. Then there's also the communication that happens in the house. For instance, in my own house, we weren't allowed to speak any language aside English, like speaking as children. So we spoke strictly English. And I think it reflects in how I speak now. And now I can speak Yoruba, I can speak my language a little, and it still doesn't interfere with my English. Now, if you see people who grew up in houses where they spoke mostly Yoruba, but they went to good schools, they're able to find a way to balance it. But you often find the Yoruba intonation like playing a large role in their speaking. Now, he didn't have, first of all, a grounding school. Grounding school in the sense that many times government school teachers don't even put in effort to help the children so much. Apparently, I heard that there are some public schools that they teach in Yoruba, like depending on where it's located.
Yeah, it looks like he was from one of those ones.
So I feel like he was in one of those places, especially because of the locations he has called his village, this place, that place. So I feel like that was one of the things. But then the environment also was contributing way more. He
Yeah.
was a frog in the park.
Mm-hmm.
Which English is at 7 when you are learning tenses, verb,
Mm-hmm.
subjects, everything. He's speaking pidgin and trying to load bus.
Hmm.
That's such a that's actually the formative years.
Very.
If you miss it at that point, it's hard. That's why sometimes you see them bring like maybe a girl of 12 and say they want to start her in primary school. And it's like, why are you doing that to her? It's because there's nobody that's going to teach you English in secondary school. Nobody's going to teach you how to construct statements in secondary school. That's the truth. They believe you already know. The
Mm,
most they're teaching you now is how to construct higher statements.
mm,
Do you get? So they've taught you in nursery one, the cat is on the ball, abi the ball is on the fence, all those things. By
mm-hmm.
the time you are in primary like 4, they're teaching you how to write sentences and essays.
Yeah.
In my primary school, by primary 5, we had a whole workbook, a whole creative writing book where you write full essays and submit. Primary 5, primary 6, we are writing proper essays and submitting and presenting. You are
Mm,
learning poetry, you are learning all these things. So when I got to secondary school, I don't think there was ever a time they taught us anything about how to write essay.
mm,
The only thing, okay, yes, they taught us, but now it was like an advanced type of thing. So they'll just tell you subject, body, all those things.
mm.
So I think he was forced
Thanks,
to
boss. Yeah.
waste that younger years. And
Mm,
then the other period he might have been able to pick up would have been his early teens,
mm,
preteen, early teen years. That's when he was rolling with these boys,
mm,
then mid teens. By the time he gets to say 19, first of all, it's harder to learn, but there's also the fact that given the environment he came from, expectations have now increased on him. So nobody is trying to know if you can speak English or not. How much are you bringing home?
yeah.
So, like all the portions that he could have used to learn, to be able to communicate, to be able to have now been like thrown off. So I don't know. I won't say it's not possible, but it's hard to learn English at this stage.
Yeah.
It's hard.
And
There's
that's
like
why, like,
so much
mm-hmm,
you're doing.
I agree. That's why I always like show empathy to people that I see that they have like they're coming from a place where the English is not like their primary language there,
Yeah,
and they at least they try to speak it.
yeah, but
And
it's not always the
yeah,
best.
yeah. And so, but I envy them because I wish I had the capacity to be able to learn another language right now, like say Spanish or French or. But like whenever I try to even learn those languages, it's like the
Yeah,
English,
overwhelming.
like the English is kind of like it's almost like you have to turn off. Kind of you have to turn
One
off the
to pick up.
English and like leave it on sometimes because sometimes you have to translate it in English so that it makes sense. So
Yeah,
like it's just a lot of like stuff going on in the head that it's almost like you have to remove your brain like and then try and
it's a lot.
be playing like a
That's why they struggle
like a
as much
Rubik.
as they do. I love that you're bringing it down to
Yeah,
how
it's
learning another language is so hard. So
it
it's
is.
quite
It is
difficult.
because I've attempted it a couple of times, and it's almost like you have to bring out your brain, and like your brain becomes like a Rubik's cube, and so you're now trying to like find the right
New pattern.
color, this thing, yeah, color, and it's like it's so. If you're not familiar with, if you're just new to it, and you're new to Rubik's cube, you're trying to figure it out. But some people have mastered there's some people that like even at their adult age they love their languages, like they love languages. Like there's certain
Yeah,
people that
most of those things started earlier.
yeah, it started
It's
early.
harder to
It's not
cultivate such
at
as
adult
adults.
yeah. So they must have started loving it like from a very
Yeah.
and now it has built up and it's like, oh, because they've mastered certain things about languages that is the Rubik's Cube again. Like they kind of like know they can do it faster than someone
Yeah,
who
they
tries to
know
do
where
it
to
themselves.
turn, what to touch,
Yeah.
and what
Mm-hmm.
fits in what place.
So yeah, it's eyes, man. I envy those people that at least they don't English not their first language, but like the fact that they're able to
They
like
still
do
try to
find
communicate with you.
something in their head to make some word combinations. Yo, that's as an adult, that is impressive. Like for real. Hmm.
When you get your, if me to get job, I can carry it today and
Yeah.
prepare it.
And he'll
Today,
use his space.
So,
That's so interesting. And so by this, I mean, I want to ask you a couple of questions, because you know you figured it out in the
Wrapping
end.
up now.
But one thing I want to ask you is you mentioned um the first woman that took you from the orphanage, she was kind to you. Before she took you to the orphanage, she used to give you money when you carry things for her.
yeah.
Then these boys that you followed, you mentioned that they were nice to you. I wanted to ask how you manage sort of like friendships and relationships as an adult. Because you spend time in an orphanage and then you spend time in an environment where, because your stepmother was so mean and then your dad, maybe it's three hours you are spending with him, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I wanted to ask how that affects your orientation, like how you think about friendship, how you think about relationships, if you want to have a family of your own, all that kind of stuff. Because you mentioned it multiple times that I realized something that you know you missed.
Like you need just a
You
little
need
care,
affection.
yeah.
To talk about it, that the things that the orphanage could not do for the children was taking care of them, checking on them. So I wanted to ask you what that is like how you think about friendship and relationships and things like that now. Like,
Yeah, through that period, I've known how to manage friendship and I've know how to let go of friendship because something we cost with particularly is something that you will, if God really wants you, I don't know from another, but from my own aspect side, I see the good people, I see the other side of people. So when I have a girl now or I have a guy now, I know the way to know that this is my real friend.
yeah,
This girl is a good girlfriend. That is just it. To the extent that as I am now, I don't have friend as a guy because I've tried to face things like a guy. I see that most of them now they are not real, no real friend in a way.
Also, like, I mean, he's the pool of people in his space too. It's kind of like he's at a disadvantage, to be honest. Right?
Yeah.
Because the kind of people will be coming across, like he literally has to almost change environment like entirely to a place where like he's interacting with people that I don't know how to describe them, but like people like you and me. Let me just put it
Okay.
like his chances of finding somebody because to me he comes off as someone that is a very decent guy, you know,
Yeah.
someone that is upright, he does honest work, he knows right and wrong. Do you understand? And another thing like the experience has taught him, which he has said, like is identifying people that are good and bad. It will be easier for him actually, to be honest, because he has seen a lot of like
People.
shitty people. Yeah. And to decide that I still want to be good, regardless of all these things that I've seen, is a very uncommon strength that he has.
Yeah.
But he's at disadvantage getting like, you know, because he's going to find a lot of shitty people, you know, a lot of shitty people are going to be around him and stuff. And it's just unfortunate, to be honest. Just unfortunate. Except he goes to like a church, like somewhere like where the chances of finding like a church, you know, start from there and if you're not cool with this church, go to another church and start working your way and finding people. I feel like that would be the fastest way. Like his chances, it will increase his chances that way because obviously his career or his surrounding might not be able to afford him like quality pool of people to pick from. So you will need to find like where those kind of people can hang out. Like where's the cheapest or the easiest barrier of entry to find those people. And it's easiest like in church. Like you can find those kind of
Yeah,
people because
yeah.
easy to connect to them.
Church is
But
really a big space.
yeah. So it's just unfortunate that his space is definitely going to help him find those kind of people. I doubt it. You'll find like good people, but there'll just be a lot of shady stuff that they're into, and he might not just
That's
be into it.
I think that's why he doesn't have friends. It's just
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah. It's obvious. It's obvious. I wish I just wish that these ladies are able to give him that advice. Like finding like a community where he's able to find those kind of people
I
is
feel like he shouldn't.
he shouldn't?
Yeah. I
What
feel
do you
like he
mean?
should allow himself. If he goes out seeking community many times, he's going to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I just really feel like he would hurt more because, again,
Oh,
I don't want to say,
I see where you're going, but continue.
I don't say everybody is that way because obviously not everybody is that way, but we
Mm.
live in such a give and take world that
Mm.
the average person is looking for what they can get from friendship with him. He isn't seeking what to get. Although he is also
You
seeking,
might
but
so yeah.
that's what I'm saying, he's also seeking. But what he is seeking is much different from what the average person is seeking many times.
Hmm. Um,
And so he is just seeking honest relationships, essentially.
but where do you think he can find what do you think will be his chances?
I do feel like things like this happen with extreme spontaneity. It just comes when it comes.
Hmm. Okay, so it can just be in a random days, maybe he's in a keke nape.
Could be at
And this
his work,
person,
could be somebody he works for,
hmm,
could be anywhere.
or
And
an e-client.
yeah, so I
Hmm.
think I don't want to say like deciding you don't want something, but I think releasing yourself might be more helpful. I'd give
Hmm.
you a
Okay.
very I'd give you a very small example. So when I decided, oh, I was going to start dating again after uni, yada yada yada, and I
Hmm.
figured, you know what, where's the healthiest place I can do this? Church. Church because at least we have something in common.
Uh,
Faith. And it wasn't just going to be a regular church member, obviously, it was being somebody that was really serious with faith. And then I was like, oh, church seems like a very healthy space.
hmm.
And then I said, you know what, I'm not even going to go for all of this because I'd met some guys in unit that were like church boys that were even very abusive. So I was like, you know what, I know what to look out for. I know how to be careful there and all
Hmm.
of Somehow I started up with someone that was really nasty. Obviously, he never hit me, but he had a lot of trouble. And he was like, I feel like he's one of the most toxic people I've ever been with in my whole life.
Hmm.
Worse than every other person that I thought, oh, I know how toxic people behave. And he was not textbook toxicity. It was
Hmm.
his toxic traits were weird. Like, I don't know how to explain it. We're just like bam all over the place anyway. So my point is when I decided, you know what, I'm not going to actively seek this in church or outside church. I'm just going
Hmm.
to release myself and not be so fixated on any.
Hmm.
I think I dated one other person, and yeah, things didn't work out. But he wasn't toxic. He wasn't mean. He didn't go to the same church as me. We met very randomly. I went to the stadium to do something, and then he was there, and then he was like, "Oh, you smile nice." No, like I like how you smile, and then we just had a random chat, and then I left, and then next time he saw me, he was like, "I was trying to get your number, and you left," and then that's how we became friends. So it
Oh.
wasn't a planned, it wasn't a thought of. I didn't think that, oh, I'm going to stadium, I might meet somebody. No, it didn't even cross my brain. And even when we had that small hello hi that first day, I also didn't still think, oh, this is such a nice guy. Nope, I did not think of anything. That's why I didn't even chill. We even saw twice before, like the third time he finally got my number. So my point is, I feel like he stands a better chance at not seeking again and just really releasing himself for the first time to rest.
Hmm. Wow, that's actually insightful. Hmm. I agree. You can definitely explore that because that makes sense. Yeah. And I feel like that message was actually for me too. That release oneself because I'm always so fixated on how it should.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna find it here. I'm going to find it here.
yeah, targets
But
sometimes.
I found out that
You,
like my life, when I look at my life, it has been one of that has happened in randomness.
yeah. Do you know another thing about when we draw those targets and say, oh, I think I'd find good people in this place?
Mm,
We give off desperation and we don't realize it. And we don't realize it.
mm.
There's this video, I don't
Clock
know if
it,
you saw,
clock it, clock it, clock it, clock it, clock it.
there was this video, I don't know if you saw it. There was this girl on
Yeah,
TikTok trying to show us, trying to teach girls how
yeah,
to like get
stop
men to
there.
pay for your food. I don't know if you saw
Huh?
that video. Yeah. And so she's eating and her eyes is literally darting around the entire restaurant trying to see who she will chat with so that they will help her pay for her food. Somebody had to tell
Wow.
her, doing all this to get somebody to pay for how much food? What, like, do I have to eat like a thief? And I'm sure in her mind she was chill. She was just using scope. But the video, Toby, her eye almost fell out of her head looking around the place.
That is-
So in your brain, you are doing something and you're so chill,
Yeah.
but you are socializing so intensely. Everybody can see that this person is thirsty for something. And sometimes that
Yeah.
can often attract like people who too are hustling for something from you. So I think it's
Hmm.
safer to really just release yourself and trust that somehow God will bring what's best to you.
Hmm. Wow, that makes sense. That makes sense. Hmm. Wait, I wanted to even ask you this question. How old are you again?
30.
I swear it feels like you live like three of this life. The way you
Oh,
sound.
I saw another TikTok where somebody said I do it for my friends, so I can always have cool stories to tell them. And another person now wrote, and that's something similar. And the person was like, sometimes I'm like some people is like I've been a pastor, I've been a prostitute, I've been. When I said it was too funny, I was like, you know what? I'm not sure how I do these things, but it just happens that I
Yeah.
and I think why it happens is I'm
Mm.
actually not afraid of a little adventure.
Like you're
So
not afraid of what?
a little adventure. So
Mm.
sometimes I see something and this thing already looks silly to me, but I really want to see how this will go. Like I want
Yeah,
to see how this will
definitely.
end. It's like I'm serious. It's like, and that's how I've always been. When I was in junior school, there was this particular night, boys gathered in a classroom. They were now doing, I swear, I dare any girl to enter here, we'll finish you, blah, 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 blah. And it irritated me so bad because people were afraid and standing outside and doing, oh my God, they can rape them. I was like, rape who in these stupid premises? I entered the place, they could not do anything, they just shifted. And then I realized, okay, there's really nothing. These people they were just feeling so cool because once
Mm.
they were now standing, like they were different classmates now. So they were plenty, big and small. And I'm
Mm.
like, what would they do? And then I just walked in and walked out and then continued with my day. Because I was like, okay, what do you want to do with us? Because one is a school, two, there are teachers on duty, three, you can really not do anything here. We were
Mm.
all really young then. I think I was in just 2. The highest class in my school was SS1. How big are you that you are saying you should not? Off the road, my nigga. So I just really like to see, like, okay, what can happen here? And then
Mm.
sometimes crazy things happen. Sometimes real fun things happen. So again, that's how to live good.
Mm. Hmm. And I like would you say that has been fun for you so far?
You know what? again, I feel like I wish I even did it a bit earlier. But I'm grateful that I was like that when I was smaller. Because like imagine I've done a lot of ridiculous funny things now, and now I'm not so much of an adventurer again at like this point. I'm more of a like, okay, I don't like this and like I don't care to see how this goes. I'm not interested in this nonsense. Let it move. But I feel like if I did do it earlier, I would be everything would be exciting to me. Like a lot of things are not exciting to me anymore, which is good. By when I say a lot of things are not exciting to me, there's few things you can say to me that will make me, oh my God, I'll jump, I'll do this with you. Because I'm like, bro, I've done something, I'm good. Like this is not a novel concept to me. It's not new and it's not like, oh yeah, I know how that works. So I feel like to an extent it has helped me, like shaped me and prevented again, I think I always say this to people, there are mistakes you can make when you're younger that are less expensive that you shouldn't make as an adult. Do you get?
Yeah.
So there are choices I made, for instance, in uni that were not so expensive because I was in a private school. So there was limits to how crazy like I could go. Yet. So I was friends, for instance, with somebody that did drugs. I was in private school. I knew that if they found me with drugs, I could be expelled. So I never did it. I just really watched him do his nonsense. Like, I can't be friends with a person who does certain things now because we're outside, we're free. And there's less like, I'll call it guardrails. There's less like guardrails in place that can stop me. And so I might have a bad day and this person offers me something and says, just take this, it might help you sleep. Now I take it and I'm now a drug addict. But in uni, I knew that this can lead to expulsion for me. So I was never going to try anything and I never tried them. So there were many other things like that. So I feel like the cost of mistakes when you're younger is cheaper than when you're older.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
So I don't want to say everything turned out the way I hoped. There were some that were like, oh my God, I really wish I didn't start this. But again, you learn from everything. So I don't want to say I don't have any regret. There will probably be one or two I regret, but for the most part, it's just tried it, done that, didn't like it, not doing again.
Yeah, I definitely keep that in mind, that openness, like letting myself be,
Letting things
because
happen.
that desperation is like it's not something that you also, because people are not comfortable with that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely not. Let me even hear
And then
what
when
they
you
will
talk
say.
about girlfriend, I think that period of time too, let's just don't live in the way of paparazzi or not don't live in the way they want to believe fake, they want to be live real life. I think I've known the good side of a woman, that if it's first thing that you want to meet a woman, that let's just find someone that has God first. So if you don't have the person that you want to date, not pretender fellow, somebody that have God first. Because along of my own way, the way I can be able to convert is a woman too that convert me in a way from so many things for me to be like this. But just that God used the woman as a person that truly know God.
Yeah.
So she's one. Most of my friends, after some time when money come, when a lot of things that they did to me. So they are not real.
Do you find it difficult to trust people? Because from what you're saying, a lot of people have not done well for you. But it doesn't seem like you are the kind of person that is so angry all the time, or you don't trust. It feels like you're still open, even though so many things have happened. Is that because of, okay, now you found God, it's just the way you are?
When there's a time that it's not until you become an old person before you know how to, you say that this thing I need to let go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they used to say maybe maturity is not something like that. There's a thing that me I've I've seen this life that it's not even about, I can't say some people have seen it more than me. So, but the little more than me, I just say, first, anything somebody did to you, don't, it's not something that you can be carrying in mind. If you even want to have your own peace safe, that you even want to be coming out of the life, because this life that you see that people, they want you to live their life, and they will throw their own stone to you. Not that maybe they want to throw it to you. They just want to use it to bind to their own lifestyle. I want you to just do something. Because I don't know, I can, but in a Christian way, what I know that in this line, the devil will first come and meet you. When the devil come and meet you, it's not until you know how to manage that devil. It's the way you don't know, say, oh God, it be devil. Go away before you go back. If you don't know that it's a devil, because they will come in a way that you say, they can even help you, they can do something, but you will, but if you are a person that's what I say, is a lady that later make me to know what they mean about God. So, most of the thing I believe that the journey so far, my credibility, first of me to be carrying somebody in my there. So when I've see God and it's not that maybe I just go to church or just come, I personally meet God. So nothing where somebody can do to me.
But wherever this guy is, I just speak blessings on his life, honestly, and I pray that like destiny help us actually locate him because he deserves it. To be very honest, he does. He's the perfect example of somebody that has gone through like fire, but the fire didn't actually burn him, and it's very rare. Like such he doesn't even know that he has a gift. Like I don't think he knows that he has the gift of just because there's no reason why you shouldn't hit people, hit certain people, hit a particular gender, hit parenting, hit love, hit marriage, and still come out as this person that is even teaching me. Me that didn't
But
even go through.
this is exactly what I was trying to say. There are certain things that you live through that just really change how you view things.
But
Also help you to release your grip on life. And I think that's what is different between him and you. When you haven't lived through certain things that really felt like the end, and then it did not end, you just realize that you really don't have any hold on this life. And when you realize that, I think you begin to rest. And I'm saying this with actual understanding and relatability to what he's saying. Because there are things that happen in your life that when things happen in your life that you just don't understand how you made it through it, it kind of just shifts your view of life. That for me to still be here, I really can't tie anything to my chest. I really have to live free. And I say this because, I think you already know I had surgery in February.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I already explained that there was a lot of medical errors with it.
Yeah.
And I had been seeing one doctor, one same doctor since I was 15 for this same thing. This is a doctor I have trusted since. And when everything happened and by January, February, they're telling me, oh, this thing must have been building for years. I'm literally just sitting there and I'm staring at everybody talking to me, and it's like almost everybody thinks, oh, you should not check yourself. Do you understand? Almost like everybody thinks I didn't take it seriously. And I was, at one point, I was really annoyed. And I'm like, you know what? Again, God has allowed things happen as He wants. Not because I'm just trying to release it, but because, to be fair, how have I been able to survive 4 years, 5 years with this whole situation? I was barely breathing by last year. Last year, if I walked from one place to the other, I would be out of breath. I would almost pass out. I was hardly breathing. My face was swollen. Everything was just moving crazy. And I was still moving. Like, I still had life with all of that happening. Do you get? I didn't stop. So, like, it just, sometimes I just look at it like, how did I survive? Like, that's this, that. And in some way, I don't know. So if something has carried me from there to here, I feel like that thing can carry me to the other side, like continue to carry me. So I think that's probably where he's at. He knows that a child should not be doing conductor at 7, and if a child does that, it could have ended anywhere. He knows that it's not his wisdom that kept him in that orphanage or helped him to get out of it. And he now knows that it's not his wisdom or his smartness that took him through all the other places he was and somehow did not allow him to be destroyed. He was moving in Yahoo Boys. Those ones could have given him up as like prey when police wants to pick them up or something, and his life could have ended. So when somebody has gone through those type of things, I feel like their grip on life is softer. They just know that life is not about your own doing. So I think that's where I think that's what the Bible says suffering produces character, right? Yeah. So for some people it doesn't, but for many people it does.
I was just about to say that, because another person could have gone through this experience. The same person could have gone through the same experience and to flip them to the other side.
Yeah. Two
So
siblings can go through the same thing, and one person becomes pastor, one person becomes a drug addict.
and those things like influence them.
Yeah.
It's strange, but like the very thing that makes someone what they are can make the other person it's a different version of that thing, but they were influenced by the same thing. They just saw
But
like
you know the difference?
what's the difference?
I think the difference is who you hand your suffering over to. He handed his suffering over to God, and that kind of changed his view on his suffering. When you give your suffering to other people, when you hand it over to humans, I'm telling you, we're going to pet it in a way that can wreck you.
Oh,
I suffer. I tell everybody is encouraging and gingering me. I have every reason to be angry. I must be angry. We pet you in your anger and tell you it's okay if you smoke a little to let off steam. Whereas somebody else has given it to God and has had, because there is a conversation you can have with God that really shifts your view on your experiences and changes how that experience impacts your life. There's also a conversation you can have with people on your suffering that changes how that impacts your life too. Because we are people and we will see from a very limited view, we can help you see that, this thing so far, God no like you. Whereas God might show you something else that helps you to handle this whole situation a lot differently. So he has handed his own suffering to God, and that has changed the impact of the suffering on him. So who are we handing our own suffering over to when we suffer? When some of us, sometimes it's more tempting to give to people because you can hear them very clearly. You can hear them loudly. They're telling you like, oh, this is nasty, be angry. But I think that our greatest gifting will be to hand it to God. So I think that's what gifted his own.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Who you hand your suffering to. I'll definitely keep that in mind, honestly, for research purposes.
And you keep that if I keep it, Gavin will take me.
Yeah.
So I can't keep.
Fair. I have another question, which is kind of funny. So obviously you saw big boys, they were living a life, blah, 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 and then you had the opportunity to learn spray painting work. My question is, did it ever feel to you that, no, I want to go back to this lifestyle, like that's what I want to go and learn? What was it that made you choose? Had you already met this woman that showing you God by the time you decided, no, let me just go and do normal work rather than actually let me figure out how to also do what these guys are doing and make money and all that?
To be honest with you, there's nobody we know life that kind of life.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes,
because I'm like, you went back home. When you were sitting at home, were you planning that, I have to find someone that will teach me this thing? Or, because I'm just like, for most people, they will not see that life and see someone to teach them spray painting and choose that. That's, if not for, like you said, God. Normally, people would choose, no, it's that one I want. Don't worry.
Choose it too. To be honest with you, I choose that life. I wanted to go in, even when I'm my daddy house, that is what I'm thinking. Say, I go for, I'll go to other my friend. But the journey kind of complication to my that for there I dictate say if they give you whites, they will tell you say now whites within where they so to the extent that I carry my own self.
Those boys were the ones that were
friends, not them particularly. But a lot of them too. They tell you that your destiny now white, they say me you the will. So if now white, no, so that is what happened from that journey. And there's one because there's the times maybe I even want to go more that say I not go use anything. Now this is my God, I would pray to I pray. But
it did not work.
I see that maybe that is not my...
That's not your part.
Maybe that is not my own...
Okay, I want to ask you about your relationship with your dad is late now, but your sisters, your brothers, and the ones from your stepmom. What's your relationship with them like now? Do you talk to them? Are you friendly?
No, in that time, since I'm even the one that mostly talk to them. Encourage me. From that time, it's not that maybe my brother is that kind of thought. It's just the credibility that he cannot handle that time due to what my daddy is doing. So after the death of that, even before the death of that, he don't establish his own, have his own family. So my sister got married too, as her own family. My stepmother seeing my daddy with his children. But so most of the day I go there, I preach to them about God. It's just that my sister don't want to change. My brother don't want to change to Christian, so I'm still begging God for them. So that is just it.
Okay, so you talk to them sometimes, but not all the time. Do you want to have your own family?
I got my own family already.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yes. So once I met that lady, I told the woman cannot just give you price and let another person to take the price from me. You give me the price.
That is so real.
Give me the price fully.
She said as I've made this investment. My dear, come.
She give me the price fully that it teach me. Even if you have any situation that you want to see spiritual, I can see. I can tell you this is what God is trying to. If it does not confirm, tell me. I will, nothing I can do, but I will just tell you. I know it will be confirmed because God is not fake. So I know. So when I go to class, I learn how things is there and see how you can talk to God, you can go in and out. So, and I see that it's very easy. Not that it's easy, it's something that you determine your mind. That if you want to change now, you get them. That is what I'm trying to tell in that orphanage home. If everybody would have known, I don't pray for bad things to anybody in this life. And God will never let another bad thing to happen to anybody. I wish everybody can when you are in have somebody that will be monitoring you, give you a little care, so that
I see what you
when
mean.
there's no care,
You won't turn out to something.
Yeah. So care is what you think is missing.
I think care is more easy. Check on the person how far. When the person starts to lead one from small, you quickly. But me, I don't know how I'm all over my own.
Yeah. Do you have kids?
I have one son.
How old is he?
He's 6. JC.
Yeah, wonderful.
Lovely.
I think it's interesting how they are quite a bubbly.
Yeah.
You have a very pleasant disposition. Like you're very
He won
open and warm. And I wanted to ask where that comes from.
The open.
He won the dad lottery, like whoever that child is, because man,
very fortunate.
It's just very fortunate. Let me just put it that way. It's just
very fortunate.
And I just pray for the best for him, to be honest.
How open, like, you're friendly.
Yeah.
You talk easily, you're open to people. I want to ask where you think that comes from. Because your life has been hard. It hasn't been easy.
That's why that when God comes, everything takes away. If you are not even open, you can't move with God. Because something about God is just something that if you are keeping on hiding, God said we hide for you. When something is about to even happen, when God don't show you the sign, you need to quickly tell the person around that. Sometimes people used to tell me that, boss, you talk a lot, but we know that what you are saying is true. But I say, it's better in one way or the other, both good and good or bad. I can't perfect enough, but at least when it's anything that is good, just try to say your own part and leave down to be hiding or keeping. I know that it's not all the truth someone must say, but but God has given me some limit that say this, say that, say this in a way that I know that will not affect you. I will not affect. And why I'm kind of open that because of I see some scenario. If you don't quickly say something to sometime, you see after the person gone, feeling I will only say the thing. So it's better I quickly say it now, tell the people, but I shall know it's God, it's only God that conquer everything about me.
I have another question. So do you, like, in your adult years now, do you support any orphanages or you just left the whole matter of orphanage?
100% I support. It's just that security and that some of
Yeah,
when I come to DC, the way the ones, my sister was telling me that when you get there, smile. That's what we need in orphanage. You go there, you smile with the people, you show them, how are you doing that? And then we still need somebody that will go there secretly. Do you know, like they'll come in our face that maybe they want to come and check in, just check around to just
know
what is really going on. If you can spend time, or you just send the children there, you like pretend it to be like orphanage just to know what even the owner of the orphanage is doing.
Yeah.
So that they will not be affecting small children. You can say most of these are our countries. You can't send any orphanage woman, if you get married, problem was the way the person they be treating them, they will keep it secret in there, they will not be able to. If they want to talk, come outside. Now it's a diary, go, they see what they write, the story they will be writing. It's not done. It's not done like that. It's affecting. Where you want to say as an orphanage, you need somebody to talk to you. Everything's not about secret. It's not about secret. It's not about so the body when I was there, the body was like, this is the way life is to
You didn't have anyone to talk to?
No.
Yeah.
The only thing that when you don't take cigar, wow, okay, wow. That is just what I see.
Did you still talk to any of the boys from the...
It's only Nicholas I try to keep. I try to keep Nicholas, but Nicholas don't turn to junkie.
He's a junkie now.
So he's gone. So whenever he tries to talk to me, like, money.
Yeah.
So that money, say, if I get money, go burn down. So that's why I thank God that I was able to find the lady. Then when I met the lady, then send me to class. They teach me like a pastor, like the way you can be able to receive word, carry word, and talk to people. So and I realized that so a story I get is not part of my life. So before I tell you my story, you to have your own. So it's only God that can find solution for everybody's story. So then when I know God, so I say everything that just smile at it and let it go.
Yeah.
Do I have any other question?
I'm pretty sure some people watch this.
No, I don't. Does anybody have any question?
They will definitely want to connect to this guy. Like,
What?
I'm pretty sure some people would watch this, like famous people or like semi-famous people will watch this and they will find a way to connect to this guy.
Yeah.
Like, because I imagine if I was the one, because I like watching podcasts a lot, so if I was in their shoes, I would find a way to I would reach out to these platform people and find this guy. And I don't know how I'm going to help or whatever ways, but just
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. This was fun.
I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. When people give me the grace to talk, I pass and give me the opportunity.
It's very
interesting. And the way you two, God will continue to be blessing you and bless you. Because this kind of shows, this is what some people tune into. I want to talk. See, I show. So God will continue to bless you and lead you. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Very, very smart guy. Like, this has been one of the best podcasts I've ever watched. Like, I'm never going to lie. Like, it's your... Because when I was like, when you sent the podcast and the topic, I was like, is new because I've never actually sat down to watch something like this before. So I wonder what it's going to feel like. Will I learn? And man, I've learned like so much today, man.
Busayo,
I,
round of
I,
applause for
I
Busayo's
in
recommendation.
fact, my eyes are like this now.
Round of applause.
My eyes are like sharp, wide open now. Like because my uncle. So one of the things I wanted to tell you was my dad, like he just it's not an orphanage no, but he started this widows foundation that I've been plugging into because I have a feeling that it kind of like feels like my responsibility in a way to um be about it, like
Mm.
make it my own thing other than his own like thing. So I've been, taking some responsibility with it. My uncle also supports this orphanage back in Nigeria with his foundation because he runs a foundation, and so through the foundation they send like stuff to the. So I'm even going to what I'll do is I'll even have this conversation with him now about like what it's like in that particular orphanage home. Like, does he know
Yeah.
the person? Does he
How
know
do they
the
monitor?
yeah, how does he monitor and
Is he
stuff? Like,
sure
because
everything
I want
he
to
gives
know, yeah, I
gets
want
to
to
them?
understand like how like these things that what's going on there, because for me to be a volunteer in his foundation, I'm also like my name is tied to what it is the foundation is doing. So I have to understand like, oh, what's going on in that foundation that we claim that we're supporting. You understand?
Mm.
Because I just don't want it to be, oh, I just know this foundation, like I just know this orphanage home, but I don't know what is going on there. But at least I want to even know the person that runs it, the person's name, their address, their okay, like which person, other person gives them donations other than us. Like, does you know any staff that works there? Are there people that we can contact like frequently there, stuff like that? And does this speak to any child there, like directly?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
Um,
at the
can
end
I
of the
say
day, it's
something?
just yeah.
I think even knowing all these people is one section, but I
Mm,
feel like the recipients themselves are the people that can tell you some of the most important things you need to hear.
mm,
There was somewhere in Abuja, I'm not going to be specific, where they kept people that were displaced, right?
mm,
Within Abuja. And people used to send resources over there. And
mm,
I heard, because I was volunteering there during my NYC, and I
mm.
heard that the manager of the camp was having sex with young girls before giving them extra resources like pads.
Hmm.
Well, shit. So
Yeah.
speaking with recipients might be very beneficial. You don't have to act like you're trying to do anything. Just ask them, oh, do you have or do you need like, oh, do you understand? Especially based on what you have sent out. That's like one way to gauge how much your
Mm,
resources are actually doing. Because
mm,
most times the people that are working there can give you proper breakdown of what they spent, and yet
mm,
it won't be spent the way they say it's spent. So it's very important that if you're running any sort of care thing,
mm,
you have some sort of eyes on the ground. So even if you can't, because of distance, obviously, you have somebody in Lagos that actually is able to communicate with recipients. That's really the best way to measure impact in all those situations.
mm,
As long if it's something you are not able to supervise directly yourself. Otherwise, if there's
mm,
somebody that can supervise directly that you know and trust, I think that's your best bet.
mm.
That's your best bet.
That's real, man. That's
I, I,
real.
I think that's why some people are even hesitant to give out to places like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I remember my friend's mom when she excuse me, when she had us give things to the orphanage, she still told me, Busayo, ensure you are the one that hands these things to the children because I know it might not get
Mm,
to them. Although the
mm,
orphanage I usually go to an extent, I trust the people there.
mm,
That's like the guards
yeah.
over the
Mm-hmm,
children. So the manager, all the teachers, I trust them to an extent. They seem to have done well with the children.
mm.
all the time I used to go there. So I think it's, sorry, I'm yawning. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's really important to
Mm.
push the freaking
Yeah.
light.
But
So
I really appreciate like you, like this was a great recommendation.
you're
Um,
welcome.
yeah, very, very new, and I hope that this was also new, like because I know you mentioned like nothing excites you anymore. I hope that this one actually excited you doing this, but this one was very
It was
exciting.
good. Do you know the funny thing?
Yeah.
I feel like I've listened to this podcast, but at the same time, it was really like while I was watching now, there were
Mm,
parts I probably missed that I'm
mm-hmm, yeah.
hearing like for the first
Mm,
time.
yeah.
Because
But
today I was listening to it, I was working, so it was like just a
oh,
background noise type of thing.
okay. But like to be honest, I also think that like you have a great kids, children ministry ish thing ahead of you
I
because
hope so.
yeah, you do like you do one of the most amazing work. Like the fact that you work with children is, and I know that like that's probably like I don't know what inspired you, like what made you even look, because not everybody has like that, in their bag, like that affection. Not like they don't have affection for children, but like that obsession, obsession
Ability to,
with children is not a common distance. So like where you even go that from, I don't know.
I don't
Um,
know.
mm,
I was 18 when I started teaching children, so it's just like a weird
wow.
thing.
Hmm.
Okay, I do think though it was two things. It was the fact that I think two of the people that have made the most impact in my life were teachers. One
Mm.
was my Sunday school teacher from like junior church, and then the second
Oh.
person was my teacher in GS3, who was also like a Bible study teacher in my school.
Oh.
So I do think that I just felt like one way to help children, especially children who are struggling,
Mm-hmm.
is to have good teachers. Many times when children struggle or when children go through like emotional or heavy experiences, their parents are not going to take them to therapy, but they'll almost always bring them to church. So I felt like that was my own way of helping children when they struggled. So I was one of the when I started teaching, I was always looking out for like children who I observed were having problems, were struggling, maybe children with anxiety, all of that. Just as my own way of helping them because I feel like those teachers really
Mm.
helped me and equipped me for adulthood to an
Mm.
extent. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you
I
also
feel
have
like
like a lot, like I don't know if it's from them, like where you got your quest, like for like where you got your wisdom from, but you have like you're very, 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 very sound. Like and like you don't even come off as like you're teaching. Like it just comes off like you're sharing a story. Like most times.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not like you're teaching. And I find that very, for me, like that's the signal that's like someone is exceptionally good at teaching is when like it doesn't feel like teaching.
Do you know
Like
where that comes from?
where?
It's quite hilarious, but it's from reading my Bible.
Ah.
And I'm being very real. I think that I learned most of my greatest like Bible lessons from Bible stories other than
Mm,
just instructions.
mm,
Yeah, I when I read the story, I'm able to draw out certain things that I feel like, oh, this is what the story is trying to tell to me personally.
mm,
And
mm-hmm,
so I'm more prone to explain my own things with stories now.
mm,
I'm more prone to also look at things that happen in my life or events and ask, where's the learning in this? And then I'm
Mm.
like, oh yeah, this is a lesson here. This is a lesson there. That kind of thing. So it's how I also process things. So I'm not saying it as a way of teaching. I'm saying it as the way I understand. And that's really what I
Yeah.
feel like is the way to explain it back.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. And that works actually.
Yeah,
That
so it's
works.
not like in
Mm.
my brain I'm thinking, oh, this is an effective way to
Yeah.
teach. I promise I don't think of it as that.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
but
just
that's what makes it like very, very effective. Like the fact that it's natural in that way. Like, and
mm,
it's you actually like how you've processed it is how you're
yeah.
actually
So
feeling it.
it's
So,
it's
mm-hmm.
verbatim.
Yeah. Hmm. That's a good, but honestly, like I know that you have like a very definitely great kids ministry ahead of you. Like I know that one without a doubt for sure. Like
Sounds
it's
scary, but
written
okay.
it's written in the stars. It's written in the stars. It's written on the walls. It's written on billboards. It's written it's written on where else do you write stuff these days? But it's written everywhere, honestly. I feel like yeah, it's one that I'm optimistic and to see what that looks like, you know. Mm-hmm.
I'm also
Yeah,
optimistic to see what that looks like. Sorry, they've got the
yeah,
lights.
yeah. Looking forward to that, honestly. Yeah, but yeah, this was
It was good.
fun. Now I'm going to go and shout to everybody how that wow. Busai just made me experience the unexperienceable.
Oh my goodness. Please, I'm still in hiding.
She just made me experience the unexperienced. And to be honest, like I'll say this is like this one today is another reason why like this has to exist because I've been like
I was about to say that
yeah,
I think sometimes things feel random and then you realize like there's value to what you're doing. Because
yeah,
and this is such, I don't know what to call it, but it's a conversation that helps you see like other sides of things.
yeah,
'Cause when you listen alone, like it's not impossible to listen to
yeah,
them and
yeah,
actually
you get it.
learn something.
Exactly.
But your
Exactly.
learning is not complete
Yeah,
as it is when you have other people
it's
listening. It's now
not.
kind of like a rounded learning
It's
experience.
not. Exactly.
Yeah. It's a rounded experience.
Exactly.
There are portions that you will just ignore because, well, I don't know what to think about this, so
Mm-hmm.
let's just keep it moving. But then somebody is like, yeah, no, I know something about that, and then it just helps you
Do you
see it.
get? Yeah.
So there are like portions of this that I'm like, oh wow, I didn't think of it that way when I heard it. So it's there's value in this, a lot of value,
Hmm. Hmm.
and I mean I can't wait for a day when it's like a round table watch party where like multiple people would have room to
Exactly.
say something.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, I
Yep.
know that needs more time, more planning, and all of
Mm-hmm.
that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it, it's
Definitely, definitely. And it's
something
my
that
it
really
honest
has a place.
yeah. And it's honestly like I was talking to myself today after like a conversation with the person I was helping with the website because she was one of the people that I had the watch party to initially and one of the propellers of the whole idea and pushing it, oh, like this needs to happen, this needs to happen. But like when I got off that call, I was talking to myself and I found myself saying like I pray that it is my hope that people steal this idea. Like because this is not one of those ideas that oh, is it no,
It's
because this is not
one
about
person
me.
alone.
It's not about me. It's about like the communal experience, what we can all experience together, like our friend groups, our family. In fact, what
Yeah,
I
you
plan
are not in
to
every friend group, so
you
obviously
get.
take it to your
So
friend group.
if we can learn together, if we can heal together, if we can converse together, something that brings us together, a watch party at the weekend where you're hanging out with your girls and all of you are watching like a show and then you're speaking on experiences, like
Hearts.
that is like like you go into the next week feeling like you're not alone. Like
Feeling
you
grown.
go into the next week feeling like you have you have a tribe, like you
Yeah.
belong somewhere, you have roots somewhere. You if you fall short, if you have a big win, there's places, there's species where now you can share, openly.
Yeah.
There's just so much that can just happen like with this thing and I was like, it's my hopes that people would replicate it in their own friend groups, friend spaces, and all that stuff. Have round tables because eventually, like that's the plan, like to have like, people you and amazing other people just come together, sit down, or virtually hang out and do it, and then have like this amazing, teachable, learnable experience together. Like it's because I've been saying that like I've been watching this podcast for what podcast a lot. And when I watch it alone, I share it on WhatsApp, I do all those things, but nothing beats the not like if like I was telling someone like, nothing is something is not purposeful. Like it's not enough to have something um until starts to touch somebody else's life. Like
Yeah.
if you have a gift, if you anything whatever it is that you have, it's not purposeful yet. It's not even a gift
If it's
yet
just with you.
if it's just with you. Until it can find a way to touch like someone next to you, the next person, and it touches the next person. Like that's when it becomes purposeful. And that's exactly why I've decided that, you know what? I'll just start this thing. Just, ask people, watch it together, like have them. And the best part of it is how that I'm actually finding amazing things that I would not even have. Because if I had gone by the way, oh, I would just want to recommend, I want to be recommending, like I'll just be recommending shows that the person might not even necessarily be invested in,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like for me, this experience is also learning more about the person, the other person. Like it's not just about, just coming to watch it, but also I want to know like what your world is like. Like what's it like in your own world? Like do you understand? So
Yeah.
and yeah, that's been also an eye opener, like just learning it like so many things. Like today I learned about your granddad, how that,
Yeah. Funny enough.
the last thing he will see before he hangs up on the call was, and to be honest, when you said that thing, there's somebody that in my life that I'm trying to remember. I don't know if it's also my one of them. There's someone that like that I would usually call, and in the very last things will say bye for now. But I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
who it was.
For
Like,
now, then it
yeah.
became back for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And now, yeah, it's really a while.
So it's man, it's such an experience, man. But for the most part, like I really the fact that it took the time, man, I cannot even appreciate you enough for doing that, for taking the time to, be a part of this, to experience this together. And now I've learned a
I
lot
really
about
like it.
orphanages, and now my eyes are open, and now it cannot close again. So